Oh, I don't want to.
Hello everybody, and welcome back to the Dorkvision stream. You can watch this stream every Sunday from 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to midnight. You can watch our sister stream, The Rime of the Frost Maiden, every Wednesday from 7 to 10, again, Eastern Time. Our books are on DriveThruRPG and on the DMs Guild, and you can support me on Patreon/NobleCrumpet. With pleasantries out of the way, let's go on to what happened last time. Last time, you fellas decided to
Do a murder.
go after Tanagrin. I don't remember if you guys did anything in town, right?
We just let the fire giants know that they're probably waking up now and causing a stir.
Yeah, we
Yes.
sent a message, but we didn't actually interact with any kind of shop or anything like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of it was in the planning phases.
We did also tell our fort that, like, oh, good job, guys. Here's some money. Take care of things while we go do some things.
Yeah,
that's right.
We chose to not do it because we didn't have time, supposedly.
Yeah, you set in motion some organization actions, but otherwise,
I'm sorry.
just gave him stuff to do. And Mao poked the Dragon's Den by targeting the cult with something and failing a check, which meant that they found out that they were being prodded. So their actions are yet to be determined, but I'm sure that they'll get up to no good in no time. In the meantime, you guys alerted the fire giants that on your signal at noon, I think, the next day, you guys were going to lead an assault on Tanagrin's spires to retake them with the fire giants' help.
Yeah,
You
we
guys,
didn't need help.
You guys went in an hour early, snuck in invisible except for Boom Crash. Boom Crash parlayed with Tanagrin, and then Mao, out of hiding, sniped her, and she fell over after Boom Crash exploded the ramp beneath her, and her disguised self spell
Which was
faded,
awesome.
and turned out she was part lion. She's a Lamia, and she's at 0 hit points. Her servants seem to still be under her control, and they are still aggroed to you guys. So, let's
Yeah, they're all trying to do healing
get back
potions or
into
something
it.
now.
I hope that the combat works, because...
The combat tracker is not hopefully not garbage.
Okay. I hit next to see if it would do it.
Mhm.
I think we're at the top of the round, though.
Mhm.
So, Mao, it is your turn.
Let's attack the closest Yanti.
Okay. That'd be this one,
Oh yeah, sure.
technically. But you can attack the girl if you want to.
No, that's fine.
Alright, Cinder Smite. Another arrow manifests and flies down towards the Yanti, striking true for 20 total damage, leaving them bloodied. It bares its fangs at you, revealing its true nature. Anything else?
There's no place to hide up here, is there?
There is not. You are at the top of the ramp, so you can go to the next floor if you want to.
Yeah, sure.
All right. You head to the next floor.
Would I'd still be able to like aim like in the open? Like it's not closed off completely. I can still like shoot through the opening when I get to the second floor.
Well, not really, because when you go to the second floor, you end up right here with a bunch of other folks that see you run up the stairs. They also hear the cries coming from downstairs and add themselves to the initiative, if they aren't already. I think they are. Maybe. Yeah, I think they're in the initiative somewhere.
Okay.
Oh, hold on. Maybe only one of them is in there. Okay, yeah, I'll add them. Pew, pew, and pew. Okay, and then I'm going to reset it to descending order so that... Okay, so you head up here, and these humanoids, one of them a Yanti, take out their scimitars and rush towards you. Anything else?
Nope.
The stairs ahead of you lead up. These ones lead down. Also, to remind you, this room is a big, wide table with a throne that looks a lot like Goldar in the south.
Mhm.
Okay. Next. Ajanti, one of the Yantis, jumps to Tanagrin's aid. She comes down here and is going to use her action to take out a potion and feed it to her. Let's do that. Do. I have a button for this, don't I? I do.
Proud of you.
Tanagrin struggles back to her feet almost. She's like still prone, but she's like kind of lounging prone on the ground. Ashanti, please alert the others. All right, she's gonna end her turn. One of the Jack-O-Wares goes to. She doesn't see Amon, so she's going to run up the stairs after Mao. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yes, yes.
Okay, she's gonna run up there to where Mao is, and she's going to use her action to gaze at Mao.
That's not alerting the others. This is not what she was commanded to do.
Well, Ajanti was commanded that. Anywho,
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Uh-huh.
I believe we have Intellect Fortress?
I already
we-
have advantage on it.
Yeah,
Or
it was the heroic feast, I believe.
Heroes
we have
Feast?
heroic Doritos.
Okay, this is against... Is that just against Fear and Charm?
Let me double check. I think it's a will save in general, but let me just check. Let's see.
Sure. Because I know the Intellect Fortress is, like, all those bonuses. Either way, you did make it.
Okay, so the immune makes all wisdom saving throws with advantage.
Oh,
And
okay.
Yeah.
poison and frighten is flat out immunity. That's the thing.
Poison, fear, immune, wisdom, advantage. Great.
Yes.
Well, you definitely succeeded. It locks its eyes with you, and you feel like a hypnosis start to fall over you, but you easily shake it off thanks to your heroic attributes. And she's gonna head to the side.
Frosted Flakes, they're great.
Oh, it is Tanagrin's turn. I did make sure that her place in the initiative was right when I was trying to re-put all these
Redo.
people in the initiative, because I wrote down yours and I wrote down Tanagrin's. There were too many mooks to care about. Tanagrin is going to struggle to her feet.
Peace.
To her feet. Victus Karadum. She disappears. Boom Crash. Amon, you guys can make Arcana checks. Boom Crash more likely. Amon would
Yeah.
have a higher AC.
I mean DC, right?
Yeah, you know, the skills armor.
If it's a spell, could Boom Crash counterspell it?
Could I counterspell?
Ooh, yeah, you could. As she's starting to fade away into nothingness, it is not a third level spell, so are you using a Warlock slot?
No.
Okay, then I'll need you to make an Arcana check, a new Arcana check.
Okie artichoke.
Okay, that is high enough. Her spell fails, and as she's fading away, you notice from your studies that she's trying to cast Dimension Door, but the effort fails, and she reappears right where she was. You ass! And then she shouts, echoing so that like her whole tower can hear it. Everyone! Unleash the Guardians! All of them! I want these crown-thieving clowns destroyed! Out of my palace! Alright, it's this guy's turn. This guy sees Mao, and is gonna run towards Mao. And, I mean, it didn't work before, but we'll try it again. Sleep Gaze on Mao. Make another wisdom save, of course with advantage. Okay, well, maybe we should stop trying that.
Yeah, you know, it didn't work the first time.
One of the servants that you knew from before, Arwell, rushes in and is going to... Let's just run in and do a scimitar attack. These guys do have pack tactics. A natural 20 for... We're going to do max damage, so that's 8 damage to you.
Oh no, 8 damage. Did we get temporary HP with the feast?
Yes, you get your max hit points increased.
How much?
Oh, by how much?
It's two.
Whatever
It's
the roll,
2d10.
Yeah.
2d10.
Yeah.
Oh, I should roll that.
Yep,
Yeah.
if everybody didn't do that, I would definitely do that now.
Yeah, no, I have them noted down on my character sheet, so I'm good.
Okay, I will continue, because there's a lot of turns.
Is there a way to add temp HP to your character?
Yeah,
I've-
just add the value.
It's in the sheet, it's not on the bubbles on the
Yeah.
token.
That's what makes sense. There we go. I was like,
Yeah.
I think there was.
Okay, this guy's going to rush towards Boom Crash, and, well, they got... Tanagrin's technically adjacent to Boom Crash because it's a large creature, so let's pack tactics it, why not? Oh wait, she's prone, so I'm not going to allow that. Instead, he will sleep gaze on Boom Crash, so I'm going to need you to make an advantage wisdom save.
Okie dokie.
This seems to be their intro strat. Okay, well, that's good. You resisted as well. This dude climbs over his allies to surround Mao, and since the sleep gaze isn't working, let's just scimitar. Okay, pack tactics is a 19 gonna hit.
No.
Oh, okay. Well, saucy. Can they hit you? I think they can. Yeah, I was just checking their numbers. I was like, is it fruitless to attack you unless it's a natural 20? Okay, one of the Leaf Crown archers up near Zumasu, as Zumasu appears behind him after jumping off of Dusk Flicker, he failed his stealth check and they're gonna run after you. Hey, stop! and this guy's going to get in close with you, even though they're archers. They got short swords. And I mean, they can hit sometimes, apparently. That's 9 damage to you, Zumasu.
I thought that was 4.
A 4?
Yeah,
Oh,
no, it says
it's
4.
it's a critical hit, you see.
Oh, yes, okay. That makes more sense. Alright.
Amon, invisible, my friend, with Death Ward and Heroism. Tanagrin has just recovered a little less than half her health and is getting back to her feet. What will you do?
Okay, I'm gonna invoke the staff and summon. How many skeleton was that? Skeletal spirits at 6 of them. So 6. I would like to place them equidistant on the balconies.
Damn, I still don't think I've remembered to make these goddamn tokens so that we can just drag them in.
Do you just want me to drag in a bunch of actually, what tokens do you have? The like whatever tokens.
I can make one, I think, real quick, at least with health. Let's say skeleton. We got a skeleton. We got skeletons. How much HP do they have for this level spell?
20s. 20 plus for each spell level of a third, which this is your custom spell, so it didn't really. Someone there's level 3rd. So okay, so it's just 20.
Okay.
You made it at 20.
Okay, skeleton controlled by, we'll say, C, Noble Crumpet, Chris C. Okay. Can you control that?
Let me check. Yes, I can.
Excellent. Then point out where you're gonna summon. You're summoning multiple or just one?
Yes, I'm doing multiple. So 1. 1. 3. We're gonna form a firing.
I'll like make sure they're on the stairs, quote unquote. Okay, so is it just 6, or is this guy included?
You can remove that guy.
Okay.
Although I can control, I can't move them. Okay. Okay,
Should
now I
be
can.
able to. If they're in the walls, maybe.
Is it because it's out of bounds? Yeah, that's good enough. Yeah, all I want to do is make a firing squad.
Okay. You summon the skeletons, and I think they move right after you?
I believe so. Let's see. Summon undead. Back to that. Okay, let's see. In combat, the creature shares your initiative count, but it takes its turn immediately after yours. Okay. All right. Then it's time to blast them all, except for the bird. So.
Right. With a wave of the Staff of Death, skeletons rise forth, seemingly from a portal onto some gray, wasted land. They arrange themselves and grip their crossbows and arrows tightly. Make your attacks. I think it's it's attack based on their own things, right?
Yes, I believe it's a series of spell attacks. So, let's see. Their attack values are Great Bolt, range spell attack, plus your spell modifiers to hit. So I'm just making attacks myself multiple times.
Sure.
So I'm gonna go into counterclockwise order. You know what? Let's have all of them shoot at Tanagrin because that's what there's available.
I just sent a note to myself on Facebook to update this.
Okay, first one. Probably miss.
A 20 will in fact hit.
Okay.
Actually it's disadvantage since she's prone.
All right. That's good to know. Okay, so shit. Okay, in that case I'm gonna start rolling 2d20. Wait, that's yeah. No. Okay, it's disadvantage. Okay, so 20 still hits.
Yep.
At 1d4. Okay. 2d4 plus 3. Okay. Wow, this is a really weird math.
I know. It's better if there's already a token made for this specific spell, which is my fault.
No, it's all good. Okay, in that case, 6, please. The second one, I think I'm gonna shoot at the guy.
Okay,
That should hit.
it should.
Yep. And then let's see, 2d plus 3, so that's 10. Okay, the third guy, shooting at the same dude, same ball dude. Does that hit?
It should.
Okay. Ooh, nice. Very accurate shots. Okay, plus 3, so 7 more damage.
He is on his last leg, taking 2 bolts to the chest, but still alive.
Okay, and the range is 150 feet, so it's still good. So this fourth skeleton shooting at the ball dude. Okay,
Another
that's... Yep. Hits. Okay, plus 3, so 9.
He goes down.
Shoot this goober. This goober. That should hit.
It does.
34. 9. And good. All right, 10 damage.
All right, this guy is weirdly at 1 also.
Damn.
All right, that is it for your skeletons, yes?
Yes.
Okay. Boom Crash, it is your turn.
Okie doke. So she's back up. I am 60 feet straight in the fucking air. Jesus Christ, cat. Stop doing that.
Who, Tangren?
It is a cat.
She is
a
now.
cat. No, it's... Oh, he didn't cancel out the game. That's lovely. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, I'm 60 feet straight in the air. Tanagrin is down there. Do I know where the crystal is?
I mean, you can make an insight check to recall that. You know it's further up the tower somewhere. You just don't know maybe how far. Okay, 10's enough. That's fine.
Okay.
It is on the 4th floor,
Okay.
above the bridge level where Zumasu entered.
Okie dokie. Hold on. What's the range on my favorite? 120 feet. Okay. I'm gonna keep flying. And so I'm gonna go 60 feet up in the air, like further up in the air.
You have hit a ceiling?
I have hit a ceiling.
Yeah, this isn't just a hole in the ground. It's
Oh.
It's not
there's
up on
a
the
ceiling.
tower.
In fact, 60 feet is probably up near the ceiling.
Okay. So I'm going to zip towards a door.
The door is
And-
about 60 feet below you. Right
No,
here.
the door to the second floor.
Oh, yeah, that's up the ramp over here.
Okay, so I'm going to move over here and unload. I think, do I have like 4 Eldritch Blasts now? I forgot.
If you're 17, then yes.
Yep. Okay, so I'm gonna unload all 4 on
That's
Tanny Baby.
wonderful.
So 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay.
Why does that say Firebolt? Oh, the character sheet had got messed up again. Sorry, I'll fix that.
Well, it should be the same, technically, for the spell attacks.
Yeah, it would be.
Just
but,
not the damage.
yeah. So
So, all 4 of those hit.
okay. So 1d10 plus 6. So all 4 of those. So 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay, 25. 25? Wait, no, that's, no, that is 25 and 25. Yeah, that's 50
Okay,
damage.
so 50 total.
Okay, Tanagrin goes down again.
Murder!
Okay.
We are lean, mean, fighting machines.
And she's pounded into the pavement, and yeah, so.
Yeah, you fly over in the sky, heading up towards the ramp past the skeletons, as you blast shadowy bolts into the ground. She goes, she's like coughing up blood at this point on the ground, snarling in a fit of rage. She's trying her best to get up again, but she'll need another potion to do that. All right, you moved 30 feet. Do you have any more movement?
Yeah, my fly speed is what, 60 now? Or something ridiculous? Hold on. File. 7 part. Yeah, fly at will, 60 feet. So,
okay,
I have
so
30 more feet of movement speed.
So you are technically right here.
Okie dokie, artichoke.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm going to keep Goose in this level because I want to have the option of giving an assist if necessary.
Okay. Yeah, you can technically make it up to the next level, I think. But you'll just end your turn there.
Okay.
The next level beyond this, if you'd like to. Or you could see that Mao is surrounded by 4 people. But, I mean, they're kind of pushovers.
Keep going.
Okay.
Okay. I trust my baby.
Shatter the fucking thing.
Oh, sorry, I'm trying to move you to the next level.
I'll stop helping.
You appear right here, where Zumasu is heading towards the staircase, as a leaf crown archer bears down on them.
Okay, I'm gonna shout at Zumasu. Mao needs help downstairs. I'm gonna try and shatter the crystal that's controlling these folks.
Wait, what now? I have no idea what's going on.
You hear yell
down.
You hear yell from the stairs. No, I don't.
Okay. There's 2 guys behind me.
Do what you will. There's
do you want me to just
a
take
lot
out
more downstairs.
Oh. Okay.
Chop, chop.
Okay. With that, it's this Borg dude's turn. This guy's gonna run out and go alert the guards out here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's gonna leave the premises as the other Nudonian soldiers charge in behind him, who are very low in the initiative, I think, for some reason. Not for some reason. There's just a lot of people.
Nudonian or Aloran?
There are Nudonians and Alorans here.
Huh.
There's probably stragglers in the Scablands from various
fine.
battles.
That's fine. I remember the Alorans, not the Nudonians.
The Nudonians were right out front. Okay, a Yanti pureblood emerges from this door, sees what's going on, and is going to rush at Zumasu. It's going to immediately, seeing that you are a Yanti, hold its hand out and start to whisper to you in secrets. I'm going to have you make a wisdom save with advantage, of course, because of your heroics.
I think
Of
I'm
course.
fine.
It tries to convince you to leave the premises, to maybe try your mettle with the giants out front. But, of course, this is an inane suggestion, and you're familiar with their tactics, so it does not affect you.
No, you.
Okay, one of the Nidonian soldiers outside comes inside using one of his movements and is going to dash towards Amon, since he's now visible, technically, because he cast a spell.
But I am in the air, so.
Oh, you're in the air, right.
Because
Well,
the carpet, yeah, because the carpet didn't drag with my token for some reason. Remember?
that's right. Maybe I'll just put a number next to you. How high are you in the air?
I need to get through the door, so like depending on how much the door was tall.
I mean,
guess.
like maybe 10 feet then.
Then yeah, 10 feet. That sounds reasonable.
Just above the ground and out of range. Okay,
Yeah.
so he's just going to come into this middle of the room then, I think. They have ranged attacks, but he had to dash. Okay, this guy, he heard the call from Tanagrin below, seeing Zumasu and hearing that there are intruders, and seeing Dusk Flicker flying away. He's going to charge in this direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. Okay, that's his turn. Another soldier. This one rushes in and is going to take out a sling and toss at Amon. 13 does not hit.
Ah, thanks for the sling.
Right, this guy also heard the call, and he's going to run in this direction. 1, 2, 3, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Another Yuan-Ti. He's going to kind of get up on the table. Why not? Likes to live dangerously. And let's
Take off your shoes.
longbow at Mao with the risk of hitting their allies. Okay. Mao, what's your AC?
20.
20. Right. Okay, well that doesn't hit you, and it doesn't hit the cover, so that's fine. That's gone. Oh, it can make 2 attacks because it's a longbow. Okay.
Just 2 melee attacks.
Yeah, that's just the shorthand that I have.
Okay.
That's what it fills in for everything. But it doesn't have the loading property, is what I mean.
Also, no.
Okay, Zumasu, it's finally your turn.
Well, I should probably just deal with the people next to me. So that's what I'm going to do. Dust Flicker probably seeing everything going down. Can he actually fit through the window?
Yeah,
Okay, he'll just
it's not
go
like a
over here.
window, it's like a straight up 10-foot archway.
Yeah, so he'll actually just get a attack on this person, because why the hell not?
Okay, Dust Flicker spins around to Zumasu's mental beckon call and clops onto the ground to attack the Yuan-Ti and gets a 20 with their hooves. Pure Blood was completely caught by surprise and takes 13 damage. Anything
Okay.
else? Well,
Yeah,
sorry.
I'm just gonna attack. Just go and attack the one that injured already. Flanking gives what bonus?
Flanking gives +1, I believe.
Does a 16 hit?
Yes.
Okay, so that's going to be 9. Is that acid and radiant? How does that work? Or do I need to roll for the? I think I need to roll for the acid, right? Because we got. How does this adding up?
I believe it looks like it rolled a d8 and it rolled a d6, so that's
Okay.
added together.
All right, so it looks like okay, so it's 4 radiant, 5 acid, so it is all together.
Yep. It
All
rolled a
right, so
d8
that-
and it rolled a d6, so that's all totaled together 17 plus 12, 29, yes?
Yes. How are they looking?
Yeah, with one swing, the pure blood goes down. Your hammer, is it a hammer or an axe? I forget.
It's an axe.
It's an axe. Slices into its chest. It singes with acid, and then light spews forth from the wound, and then it freezes over,
Dear God.
getting some of their face a bit as they collapse onto the ground, perishing in a violent and non-compassionate death.
Jesus.
Can I have that be non-lethal damage? I mean, they just reduced to 0.
If you'd
I'm
like.
in melee. Yeah, I'll do it to non-lethal damage. So they're just
Okay.
frozen.
They're living dust particles.
No, I know what happened. The cold froze their wounds, so they're no longer bleeding out. There we go.
It staunched their wounds. They're just horribly scarred by your attack,
Yeah.
but
Oh,
are
this hit.
still alive. All right, the leaf crown, lethal, non-lethal.
Non-lethal, but I don't think this will take them out in one hit.
All right, that's gonna do 18 plus 5. That's 23. Yeah. Looks like it did do a sizable amount of damage to this dude.
I mean, it's enough, but I don't think it knocked him out. He's still probably sad.
Yeah, he's fine. All
Let
right,
me just double
anything?
check some- Yeah, okay, I'm gonna cast Shield of Faith on myself. Because I got nothing else to do with this turn.
Sure. Put an icon on yourself to remember.
Looking for the
Remember, it
shield.
is a concentration spell, so make sure you're not overlapping anything.
Yep.
I'm trying to get a lot of tokens myself, so
Well,
Yeah.
as soon as I do this, invisibility breaks for everybody, but I kind of assumed that when everything happened. Because everybody seemed to be visible.
Nobody has
Okay.
invisibility anymore. Only Dust Flicker was benefiting from it.
Yeah. Well, he wasn't when I jumped off
yeah,
of him.
he wasn't.
So, yeah. it's
Only
all done.
Amon was, and he's not anymore. Okay,
All
another
I got
soldier.
left is movement.
Oh, sure, sorry. I totally neglected that.
I'm gonna take the attack of opportunity and head towards the stairs upward. If you just it seems like I'm going up. You said something about a crystal, so I'll just go over here.
Okay, you rush past the Leaf Crown guard, who swings at you as you leave.
AC is now 24.
Jeez. Jesus Christ.
Hit us, Chris! I dare you.
I'm not even wearing the OP armor my alternate version was wearing. I'm wearing the damage
Jesus.
reduction one.
Technically,
Right.
he does have a spell, so this is actually pretty fine. And these are all pretty weak people. You
Yeah.
guys are just super heroic. You guys are like Han Solos all individually running
Well, we
up
all
this.
basically we went and got Jedi training and came back to kick the
Also,
base
just
enemy.
hit him with the dexterity save, and then watch him flounder and die.
No!
Sure. Here's where
Oh,
I put
no.
my dexterity saves. In the Palace of Wisdom saves! Okay. Let's go back to this poor soldier who's going to sling at him on.
Who's going to die?
Oh, an 18. Does an 18 hit him on?
Let me check. It's been a while since someone's bothered to attack me. No, it does not.
All right. Well then, he had to move to get in here, so... Okay. This guy's turn. This guy sees Zumasu heading up the stairs, and he's gonna head you off at the pass, going up the stairs and then down to engage with you. He's gonna do the best as he can and try a sleep gaze on you, because you can't really take advantage of pack tactics. So, wisdom save. You still have advantage.
Yay.
Well, you know me. I roll bad sometimes.
I know, there's a lot of these, and they're very easy saves, and you have advantage, but one of them's gonna get you. One of these days. All right.
Wisdom's my highest save, I think.
Oh, I know it is. I think you can only fail, like, on a 1, so... Okay. Another one comes in and attacks Amon. Let's do... 9 does not hit. Okay.
No, it does not.
He's also going to start heading up the stairs, but he's going to end there. Another archer. This guy comes in, sees Boom Crash, and fires their longbow.
Nope.
Nope. Right. This one is going to come over to Boom Crash, and... yeah, Scimitar. Why not?
That hits.
Okay, 5 slashing. Meanwhile, Mao, surrounded by 4 people. 4 kind of mediocre people.
It's like this is like the Star Wars comic. Is like I'm surrounded by dead men.
Oh God, you fucking Vader.
We have you surrounded. I'm surrounded by nothing but fear and dead men.
Yeah.
Anakin, this is what happens when you don't go to therapy.
Yes. Pull
No,
out
wait.
fireball beads, and I'm going to toss them into the room so it explodes them, and I have fire resistance.
Oh. All right.
Do
I
a,
was-
do a rocket jump with this.
If you want to do speedrun strats, you can make an acrobatics check. I'm serious.
Explosion pogo?
You see all of these people surrounding you with scimitars, all slashing and swiping at you. You pull out a bunch of beads and then just like hold them up, and they like kind of perplexed look at them like, what? Then you just toss them at your feet while simultaneously jumping, using the momentum and using your cloak to like kind of dispel some of the blast. You are launched upward up the stairs, and
Nice.
you're still gonna you have evasion, thankfully. So
do.
what is the DC for the saving throw?
It's a fireball, so let me see.
Well, it's based on the item, I believe.
It's just fireball beads, so it'd be similar to like the necklace of fireball beads.
Yes. Do you have it written down?
Nope, that's why I'm looking it up.
Okay, I looked it up. It's 15. And how many
Alright.
beads are you throwing?
I'm gonna throw 3.
3. So that's 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th. It's a 6th level fireball, which is 8d6 plus 3d6. So that's 11d6. Okay, I'm gonna have them make some dex saves. Let's do 1, 2. Okay, it only did 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we'll get the Yanti in here. Okay, and then 1 for you as well. Okay,
Not my best.
not your best, but you still take none because of evasion, yes?
Mm.
Okay, you arrive at the next level right where Boom Crash is, leaving a blast of fire in your wake.
Oh, yes.
They all take... Let's see, I didn't even look at their saves. The Yonti succeeded, so they're going to take half, so they actually get to live. So they only take 21. 21 kills these guys anyway, so they're just going to die.
Nice.
Their health bars are going to be full because I'm not going to bother changing them, but I'm at least going to put X's on them so that we know that they're dead.
Thank you, C, for the rocket jump idea.
You got some extra movement out of it. All right, that was your action. Anything else?
I feel like that's enough. As long as I'm...
I abuse things enough. This is good.
I did a rule of cool. I'm okay being next to Boom Crash.
I'm okay being next to Boom Crash, and I'll protect her.
All right. Oh, you know, I forgot that I only put one of these Yontis in here to like keep track of one of their initiatives for all of them. But I'll just have them go now because I'm remembering it. More Yontis come out of this area. There were 4 in here. Let's have this one go after Boom Crash. This one's going to go after Zumasu. And this one's going to go after Zumasu. Let's do Longbow at Zumasu. That's not going to hit. Do another... Let's do Scimitar with the one that's flanking him. Okay.
Just barely misses.
24 still doesn't hit, yeah.
Wait, I thought flanking just gave a plus.
+1.
Yeah,
But
he got a 21.
The attack before that is also a Scimitar attack.
Oh, yes, that one would hit because it's 24.
A 24 hits? Okay. Then you take 5 slashing.
Okay, I think that got rid of my temp HP.
And then make a concentration check. I got you. I got you. Oh, well, yeah, you made
I
it.
made it over 10.
All right. Let's go back to... Oh, wait, no. I need to also attack Boom Crash. Fair's fair. Okay. This one's going to come out, and it's going to hiss at Boom Crash and use its poison spray. I'm going to need you to make a Constitution save, Boom Crash.
Okay, sure. Hold on one second. Let me check something.
Curious Feast immune to poison, right?
Oh, you might be.
Poison resistance.
Yep.
Okay.
So.
What's that from? The rod?
The Staff of Law.
Well,
The Lolth, yes.
I think the feast actually just prevents you from being
Yeah.
poisoned.
Well,
you're
does
right.
it prevent poison damage?
Oh.
Oh, that's a good question.
I
Yeah,
don't...
it's not damage reduction. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But it's fine. Okay, so you do take damage, but it's halved because of your Staff of Lolth protecting you from poisons. As the poison spittle spits from the Yonti's mouth, you hold up your staff and it absorbs some of the venom, even sucking some of it out of your skin. But you only take 6 poison. Right. Now, we shall go to Argenti's turn, down here with Tanagrin. She's going to rummage through another attendant's robes, looking for another potion to give to Tanagrin. They're going to give that to them with their action. Let's do that. Okay. Not as many hit points as last time, but Tanagrin is getting back up again. Much worse than last time still. Her wounds are just, like, barely healed over. And, of course, she's surrounded by skeletons and
Like a
whatnot.
bad hangover.
Alright, that guy's dead. Let's remove them from the initiative. And it is Tanagrin's turn. Okay, no longer bleeding out. No one to counterspell her. She gets up from prone. She's going to use her dimension door once more and use another slot. Evictus Assanti. I don't remember what I said last time, but that's the new words for it. Any reactions from the peanut gallery?
Abracadabra.
Okay.
Let me just double check.
Sure.
Goose shouts coward.
Coward!
No, I don't have anything that's reaction.
All right. Tanagrin disappears once more. Skeleton's arrows clattering onto the ground. All right. She dimensions out of there. Dimension the dice.
All right, Duke, calm down.
Let's remove this guy. Let's remove this girl. Let's remove this dude. Let's remove this dude. This guy's still alive.
That's nice.
Let's go! All right, this one's going to shoot at... Boom Crash. No, Mao. Easier to shoot at Mao. They'll step over their unconscious friend here. Ooh, 23 for 11 piercing.
Reaction, catch it.
Okay. Reduce the damage.
Ridiculous.
Reduced by 7.
Isn't it plus something, or is it, with the missile snaring, is it just D10?
I think its missile snaring is D10 plus dex. That's what I keep forgetting every time. So it's plus 5. So that's 12.
It is plus your dex. Okay.
So no damage.
12, no damage. You catch the arrow in your hands as the archer shoots it at you. You catch it in your hand and just side-eye him, and he goes, "Those years in the Aloran Academy wasted." He's gonna duck for cover. Oh wait, he can't. I can't just walk through a horse. I forgot the horse was there. He's just gonna stay here and turn to Dusk Flicker and engage them.
He just runs into the horse's chest and falls over.
Haha, I'll get you. I'll get behind cover. Turns around. Oh, hello, horse. All right, I'm on.
All right, let's the commencement begin. Okay, so these people are. I'm gonna raise up a level, just so that the others can't reach me by jumping at me. I better start these people out. So, I think I'm going to. Let's see. I did so many.
I think you can move 60 feet per round with your carpet.
Yeah, that's not generally. Is more the fact that I did so much supportive shit that in terms of like offense, like I am kind of whatever. So let me just double check.
You have your fists.
Yeah,
Fly by punch.
Yeah,
Get
no,
these babies.
Okay, you know what? I think I'm just gonna do Toll the Dead and just be done with it. Okay, so there's no one that's damaged down here, so.
Okay, the one dude that's ascending, trying to go after your skeletons, bong! You point your hand out to him, and he needs to make a very unlikely save. Wisdom save. Yep, no. He takes 21 damage.
All right,
Sorry.
And I think I'm going to ascend. Let's see. 60 feet upward.
Okay, well, that would bring you through the roof, so you can head to the next floor if you want to, by going up through, like, this ramp. Do you want to go to the next floor, or do you want to clean up down here first? You can also probably just order the skeletons to keep attacking. Okay.
Yeah, the skeletons can just keep on attacking the closest things.
Then I will take you to the next floor. You go past a bunch of bodies. It looks like a fireball had went off in here. There's a Yuan-Ti standing on the table, getting back to their feet, dusting themselves off. He sees you.
Okay. I mean, that's how much I moved, so that's it for me. As for the skeletons, I'll just keep on making attacks. Just tell me when to stop.
Sure.
Okay. I'm gonna go in order.
Are they attacking multiple targets, or are they focusing down targets first?
One at a time. Until one's down, type of deal.
The Yuan-Ti or the soldiers?
The soldiers are the ones climbing up the hill.
Yep.
Climbing up the stairs. So shooting at the soldiers first. Whoever's climbing up the stairs is the priority number one.
I'll go in order of that then. 24 will hit.
Okay. Also, they have 150 feet of range, so like they can target anywhere in the room, basically.
Yeah, that was usually not in question.
So 6 damage. All right.
That's gonna hit. Yeah. For future reference, their AC is 14. It's not a lot.
Okay. Okay. So 10.
That guy dies.
This is a third attack. That should hit. Yeah, +3. 5. Okay. Fourth. Yeah,
That's
is
gonna
this
hit.
fourth? Yeah. So is this fourth? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. Okay, that's gonna hit. Okay.
10.
Yep. Fifth hit.
Another hit. I think you have +14 with your spell attacks.
Yeah, that's
I'm
fine.
realizing that you just can't miss. All right, that's another 6.
6. And then the final one is that. Plus max damage, so 11.
All right, that's just enough to bring down a second one. Your attacks didn't have as much damage this time around, so it took a bit more effort to take this guy down.
Yeah, machine gun shots.
You've big Age of Empires vibes. You've
Yeah.
reached critical mass and you're just like you're microing down here.
Yeah. Archers.
Thought you didn't micro. Okay, Boom Crash. Is your turn.
I'm going to. I can't move without invoking an attack of opportunity.
Yeah. This chamber, by the way, is not quite as tall as the other ones have been. The first floor was the tallest of the floors. The rest are kind of like 10 feet high, 15 feet high.
Okay. Well, 2 to the Yonti Pureblood and 2 to the person directly in front of me.
Okay.
To try and use the Eldritch Blast thingamajiggets to make them get the heck away from me. So, 1, 2, 3, 4.
All 4 hit.
Okay. So
18
17
to her.
Yeah. Or 18, yeah, sorry.
And she's pushed 20 feet away.
Mm-hmm.
I'll say this guy gets pushed as well. And then this one takes, 21. They are dead.
Mm-hmm.
So they don't get moved. They get shoved against the wall, but they are out of the way.
Corpse pile.
Okay. And then I'm going to move 60 feet. Where do I move?
If you want to go up a level, then you need to get enough XP. But if you want to go up to the next level of the dungeon, anywhere to the south.
Okay.
Around the octagon.
That's rude. That was rude.
4, 6.
Yeah. This is going up. Zumasu's on the other side.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Okay, I'll take you to the next level, or you can stay here if you want to care about Zumasu. Actually,
Zumasu is a big boy.
I'm fine. I think I'm
Zumasu's
doing okay.
a big boy, but I also realized that there's enemies up there, alongside the crystal. Let's add them to the initiative, shall we?
Okay.
Because that's what we do here. We add people to the initiative. All right. Shit. I'm gonna redescend the initiative order and then stop at Boom Crash.
Yeah.
Just to make sure they're in the right
Do
place.
what you gotta do, man.
Whee!
Ooh, so exciting.
Okay. After that game of glorified ping pong, Boom Crash, anything else? 4 Nudonian soldiers have drawn their scimitars and are staring you down. They seem to be protecting the crystal. There is a noticeable teleportation circle in the back.
Gorgeous. I say, hey, boys and girls and NB humans.
Thank you for recognizing our gender. Now die! All right, with that, this Leaf Crown Archer's turn. I know he's in the darkness for you guys, but that's fine. They are in here, and let's just add some more people to the initiative. Shit. Well, these are just 2 people. I can put them where they need to be. One's a 5. Okay, that's easier to put. To click and drag. Okay. They're in the right place in the world. That's his action. He's gonna move back here with 1 movement. This guy is also going to do something. You hear loud chanting from the other room that is quickly like it's just like a 2-word phrase that is echoing throughout the chamber, and then you hear cracking of stone and a large like and another creature is going to be added to the initiative.
Awesome.
Let's put you over here after the players and put you on this layer. Okay, now this guy's dead. This guy is going to attack at Amon. Let's do yeah, let's just do 2 longbow shots. It's just Amon. He looks unarmored. I'm sure that we can shoot him. Actually, are you wearing armor? I forget what you are
No, I'm
canonically
not.
now. Okay, yeah, you're still monking it out.
Yeah.
He's unarmored. How skillful could he be? Does a 21 hit you? Does a 17 hit you?
21 does. 17 does not.
Okay, you take 18 damage, 11 of which is poison.
That okay. So let's see. So 18 damage.
Mhm.
I'm gonna reload. Oh, never mind. Okay, that thing's gone. Okay. I had a weird situation where all my tooltips was staying and blocking the screen.
Yeah,
Isn't
that happens to me sometimes. It does just take a reload.
Okay. Anyway, that's it for me.
Well, that's it for him too. He's still on the table. Alright, one of these guys' turns. I actually need to remind myself what these guys do. Let's see. Okay. 50 feet. Alright. 1, 2. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 10, 30, or 20, 30. Okay. Whew. A guard dog starts charging across the bridge here with its chain like dragging along the ground as it reaches Dusk Flicker. Actually, I might not even need to reach Dusk Flicker. Hold on. Yeah, we don't need to reach Dusk Flicker, so we don't need to do 2 actions. It's halfway on the bridge. Dusk Flicker can sense this thing coming and turns to see the threat. The dog whips around its chain and lashes at Dusk Flicker from up to 30 feet away. It has a strange texture about it, and Dusk Flicker is kind of like wincing through the pain and seeing that its form is not quite what it seems. It seems even this dog is under some sort of illusion. Right, does a 16 hit Dusk Flicker?
Yes, it does. Dusk Flicker is not a beefy boy.
Right, 9 piercing damage, and it is not medium, so it's not grappled.
Okay. He had 6 temporary hit points, so that's 3 damage. He's at 56.
Okay.
Because he had a burrito too. I was the one who looked at and got the most HP from it, though.
Okay. Now let's move on. Zumasu, it is your turn. You're surrounded on 2 sides.
This is not a fun place to be. Just give me 1 second here.
You can make multi-attacks. You're fine.
Shit, my game just crashed.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just gonna attack the closest people's.
Dwarven Thrower, I can do it for you.
Yep.
Okay, I'll do one on the weaker looking one. Let's do... Oh my god. Okay, Dwarven Thrower, it's the top one, yes?
Yes, it's the top left.
Okay,
Just as
20 is gonna hit. That's gonna bring this guy down from just that damage. So you can turn to the Yuan-Ti and then attack. 14 does hit the Yuan-Ti, I believe. Pretty sure. Yes, they also have low AC. So that's gonna do 30 damage.
Cool.
Okay, the Yuan-Ti is at 10 HPs.
I'm just gonna actually probably use a 1 spell slot to add a smite to... Well, nah, I won't waste a smite on them. Dust Flicker is gonna kick the guy who was kicking before.
Yeah, sure. You kick the Yuan-Ti, and let's do Hooves attack. 13, that also hits. So, deals 13. This guy is knocked out.
So I just have to maintain concentration. I just wanted to check.
Oh, yeah, sure. Actually, 13 does not hit. I mistook which one it was, because the Yonti was asleep and underneath him.
So Dust Flicker misses.
Yep. Sorry. The Leaf Crown people are wearing armor. All right. Anything else for Zumasu? The way ahead is clear, but you would provoke an attack.
I don't want to make sure my horse don't go down.
That's fine.
I think I'll if anything, I'll just stay here.
That's
I'll
fine.
hold my ground. I'll keep them from going upstairs too.
Okay.
I'm done.
We have a new challenger approaching as a giant snake starts to wind its way across the bridge. You recall vaguely that there was a serpentine statue in this chamber when you went here before.
Of course.
1, 2... Oh, it's not letting me do that.
Stupid wizard
1, 2,
tower.
3, 4, 6. It moves 40 feet. Let's see. I can't see anybody, so it's going to move another 40 feet, pushing past these guys as it emerges into the room. This serpentine creature has like the face of a strangely beautiful humanoid, like female, though there's something very disturbing about it being covered in scales and rippling fins. It had to dash to get here, so I think it's done. I just want to make sure that it doesn't have anything. Okay.
Yeah, it looks better that way.
It looks better this way. Oh, it actually can do something. It casts Shield of Faith as a bonus action. Neat.
Hey, that's my shtick.
Sorry. Let's do this. Okay. That's its turn. This guy's dead. This guy's not. Let's attack some skeletons. This guy's gonna run upstairs and engage. Finally, they're in melee, so they can actually do multi-attack.
Oh no.
17 and 17 for the skeletons.
All right. I need to check the AC. Okay, AC is only 14, so go nuts.
Okay, 16 damage to this guy. It's at 4 hit points.
Mm-hmm.
Next soldier is dead. Okay, another guard dog. It's going to do the same thing. It lunges out towards the bridge here and is going to lash at Dusk Flicker. Misses again. Well, not again. It misses this time. Right. One of the soldiers up near Boom Crash rushes down to engage, spinning around with its blade as it goes. Does a 15 hit?
Nope.
Okay, does a 16.
Nope.
All right, then you miss. Oh.
Wait. I was looking at the wrong thing. They both hit. Sorry.
Nutty. All right. You rush it. It rushes in with its scimitar and spinning its blade around. You do your best to get your wards in place, but it strikes through them with the speed and swiftness of a Nudonian soldier for 14 damage.
Okie dokie.
Sorry, I probably just moved you while you were adjusting your health. Okay, this Leaf Crown dude, he's gonna go in here and go over here and attack Zumasu. 14 does not hit, of course.
I'm in my tin can.
Another soldier rushes towards Boom Crash to cut off your entrance. 13 I don't think hits you.
Nope.
All right. This lady's dead. Mal, it's your turn. Whew. We're not doing a lot of turns, but we're also adding a lot of people to the initiative as more die.
If I just want to keep going up.
Yeah, that is to the south. Dust Flicker is in the way, and a giant snake lady is in the way.
Can I just like run and
You can-
disengage?
Yeah,
So that
you have a
way-
bonus action.
Yeah. So I'll use my full movement to try and get to the next floor, and I'll use disengage so that way I don't get attack of opportunity.
Okay, so you have 60 feet of movement. You rush past the snake that tries to strike at you. You tumble forward and run up the stairs to where Boom Crash is. How much more movement do you have at this point?
Well, if I use movement and then the disengage, that
So you
would
have
be
60 feet. How much more movement do you have at this point?
I think that was 60 there.
Okay. Well, then you're like right below the next level, because right here is like on the next level.
Mhm.
You can see Boom Crash almost like at head level. Her feet are at your
Actually-
head level.
Hold on, can you ping where I was?
You were
like right there?
here. Yep.
45, 50, 55, 60. I can get up to Zumosu.
Okay. Do you want to go to Zumasu or Boom Crash?
I can't see, so.
Okay. Well, Boom Crash. Okay.
Like, I just physically can't see. I see Zumosu. Is she...
I'm trying to show you.
Oh. Yes?
Okay. Yeah, you head up to join Boom Crash and her fight. Which you would end up being like right here.
Yeah.
Oh, you could squeeze through. It's fine.
That's fine. That's the end of my turn?
All right. Ashanti's turn. Let's have her take out a longbow from one of the fallen allies over here, and they're gonna shoot at these skeletons. Let's shoot at the weakened one over here. Those are both gonna hit, and the poison doesn't do anything, but the piercing will bring down the skeleton. Actually, just one piercing brings them down, so the second one will go to the next one over and do 6. All right. That is fine. I will keep track of that. And my own, I'll just put an icon to remember. Let's do that, I guess. Okay, another soldier. It's going to let me click on them, and he just kind of like runs over here, kicks over this pot, and is going to strike at Mao. He leaps down to the stair level and is going to strike again, this time with flanking. Not pack tactics, so that's not going to hit, but the 21 will hit you, Mao, for 8 slashing.
Yeah, sure.
Right. And this final one is going to do a similar tactic over here to Boom Crash. Okay, we established before a 15 hits,
15
so that's going to
does hit,
be 9 slashing damage with their scimitars. Right.
How
Another-
high is the ceiling in that room, real quick?
In the room that you're in right now, it's maybe 20 feet high.
Okay.
Yeah, it's sizable compared to the one you were just below.
Yeah.
Okay. This archer just gonna attack Dusk Flicker, because why not? 15. Is
Yep.
that hit? Okay, 7 piercing.
Suspect's still doing pretty good.
Amon, it's your turn.
All right. Let's just hold the dead onto this guy. He's already half in the grave.
Will make a wisdom save. He fails with spectacular colors and takes 26 damage. With a simple strike of a bell, the Yonti clutches their heart and falls over.
All right, Death Note works. All right, in that case, 60 feet worth of continuously climbing up the stairs, if you will.
Okay, so you're
Actually,
gonna.
is there anything, since this is a throne, do I notice anything before I go?
I mean, you've been here before. You just noticed the Goldar throne and the elaborate, like, carpeted table and the chairs. You see the reliefs on the back wall. I forget what they showed. I think it was like,
My carpet's better. Yeah. I do the skeleton, yeah, and then move 60 feet. Please move me however appropriate,
Okay.
since it is a third-dimensional space.
Okay, you rush up to this floor and see the chaos ensuing here as chains are whipping around at Dusk Flicker. A giant snake person is here, and it looks like your ally's handiwork has also laid its waste to the rest of the folk here.
Okay.
That is not 60 feet of movement. That was only like 20 feet of movement, so you still have more.
Okay. Yeah, I don't want to deal with that. I don't want. Wait a minute. What you guys are doing? Oh, you guys are dealing with that over there. Yeah, that's more my crowd. All right.
Zamasu just fighting off a group of a menagerie of people while Dust Flicker is getting attacked, and this dude is aggressive. This dude is knocked out.
Oh, that thing is. Wait, that's a thing.
Yes, this is a Leaf Crown Archer. Is there a token there?
Okay, now it is. Okay, it was that was down. So okay, then I'm gonna be over here.
Okay. All right. Another Nudonian soldier. He's going to continue to attack. He's going to focus the attacks on the skeletons that have already... Wait! You need to do the skeletons now.
Yes. Okay. So I know some of the skeletons are engaged, right?
Actually, none of them are. There's 5 left, though.
Because
There's
yeah.
2 soldiers, one that's on a ramp, and there's a Yuan-Ti that's not on the ramp.
Okay. Always the ramp. So 5 attacks.
All right.
I'm just gonna do 5 d20s. No, actually, no. I'm just gonna do 5 attacks.
Okay. You direct your skeletal arbalists to strike the Nubdonian soldier. Of course,
Just
these
doing-
are all going to be hits unless they're ones.
Yep.
Got
so
it.
I'm just going to do.
Remember, in the advanced roller, you can add a modifier if you do the
Yeah,
advanced
that's
dice
what I'm doing
roll.
that right now.
Yeah. Might just be easier. Hell yeah, dog. Okay, that's
Okay.
15 for the first 2, then 13 for the next 2. 15 and... Hold on, I'll do this. So minus 15, he's like half. Minus 13, he's still alive. The last one does him in. Okay, so it takes all 5 hits, but you do take down another one of the soldiers.
Pop, pop. All right, now I'm done.
Alright, this guy sees his companion go down, and he continues his attack. Let's do... oh wait, he wants to get up there and attack, but I don't think he can get to him. So he's gonna continue on his way up. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and just use a sling. And that doesn't hit the skeletons, because they have an AC of 14, yes?
That is correct.
This guy is asleep. This guy went for help. Boom crash.
Okie dokie. If I cast Shatter in the center of that crystal, will I get the 2 dudes in front of me? Do they count as being in the radius?
I think it's a 10-foot radius, so if you do it here, it'll get both.
Okay, rock on. I'll do it there then. I just want to make sure that I really make sure that I fucking get the crystal.
Okay. Yeah, roll for damage, and I think it's a con save.
Yeah. And I'd like to use a warlock slot because I really want that crystal to death.
Okay.
So, and that's 3d8 plus
We've been fighting a lot of crystals.
3, so 68.
It's the magic form of like a computer.
I'm just saying, we're just fighting a lot of crystals. Maybe that's just the big bad evil guy.
Oh, that was a terrible fucking damage roll.
Look, if you want to just kill the Earth so that because the entire Earth is just rocks,
Yeah.
just anti-rock, like I'm up for that too. We can blow up the planet.
Okay. What is your DC? I think it's high, so I don't think it's 16 beat it.
24 is a spell save.
Okay. Yeah, that didn't beat a 24. Yikes. Yikes. Is that really the same DC?
Yeah, I can't edit my save DC. It's just my bonuses are fucking insane.
Okay.
She does have like endgame items at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you have like
Ouchies.
a +3 weapon or +3 rod thing, right?
You're getting like 2 items that buff it, right?
Oh, +3
Yeah,
staff of Lolth.
Yeah, I have the +3 stack of Lolth, which adds to my DC. And I have the my charisma is also insanely high.
So +6. Yeah.
Mhm.
So that's +9 to 8. So that's 17. Where's the rest coming from?
I have no idea.
Doesn't the spell
Do you-
level?
Wait, what about the proficiency?
Oh, proficiency, yeah. And your proficiency is 6, so that's 12 plus 3, so plus 15. 15 plus 8, that's going to be 24. Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, it seemed absurd, so I figured I would check it, but yeah, you're
Yeah,
right.
no, please check it because
we're high level, so everything's
numbers are
absurd.
scary.
Yeah, I mean, there's also a good chance that an item might be double equipped or something, so I figured
Yeah.
I would check, but I trust you. I just don't trust Roll20. Okay.
I don't trust me or Roll20, so you have more faith in me. Thank you.
That's the reason why I used to PDF character sheet for almost everything.
Fair.
Okay. These soldiers take some of the assault, but the assault is kind of dulled as you kind of center it on the crystal. And the ground starts to crack as a thunderous blast echoes throughout the chamber. You see magic released everywhere. And let's drop the illusion. It was a very tiny crystal.
Oh.
But it has been shattered because it was still in the radius. And you see this place for what it truly is, a smoldering ruin with all the plants actually just like, instead of thorny plants, they're like fiery braziers, which I forgot about. All the statues have changed from like beautiful statuesque nude people to like grinning demons and like foul cultists and horned creatures. And also
They're
it's
just statues, though, right?
it's an awful room. They're still statues. Mostly
Oh,
everything was disguised.
It's not
Um,
metal, okay.
Yeah,
Also, the hanging gardens were empty. It was all what Mao had seen that one time that she succeeded at her illusion save.
Touched the golem, and I was like, uh-oh.
All right, Boom Crash. You cast a spell. That was your action. Anything else?
Hold on.
The people around you, their eyes are kind of like flickering as they start to come to realization, but they still seem to be like aggressive.
Can I try? I'm gonna try and talk to them. It's like, please stand down. We're here to help.
Make a persuasion check.
You.
Oh, I think we lost you.
Oh, me?
Hello?
I heard it, you, and that was it.
Okay, that's what I heard, so.
Okay. Yeah. I was trying to say like, please stop. We're trying to help you. You've been enchanted. Okay. So is that a persuasion check?
Yes, that is what I said, but I probably cut out.
Okay. I rolled a 2, but I got a 14.
But you got a 14. So you're saying there's a chance. All right, I'm gonna roll for
Our
these
fucking
guys.
rolls, I swear.
This is bullshit. And I love it.
Yeah, do not enjoy this feast that we are definitely having, because we're gonna hit bigger things and we're gonna be crying again.
Yeah.
One of the soldiers that's attacking you specifically is not enthused by it, by your speech. I'll put a little red dot on them. The rest are kind of like holding their heads and like backing down. One of them drops their scimitars. They're like, "What? Where am I? What's going on? I don't understand." The other one is still blinded by the magic and is attacking. All right, is that it for your turn?
Yeah.
All right, this archer is going to move forward behind his little guard dogs and shoot at Dusk Flicker,
What a rude lad.
and gets a natural 1. It clatters on the side of the building. This guy, similar thing, but there's nobody to shoot, so he's just gonna keep running. And dash. He dashes up this way, and this guy's dead. Okay, this dog is still alive. Also they're not dogs. Hold on.
Oh no.
Yeah,
Fighting devil.
they're actually unique creatures called Canoloths. But I need to put them into the initiative because I have them on different tokens. Okay, put this guy where this guy is. Delete this. And it's not your turn yet. Hold on. And this guy is at 11. This guy's deleted. Okay. So it is one of the Canoloth's turns. Since it can't pull Dust Flicker for being a non-medium creature, it's going to rush in. It's like a four-legged creature with like chitinous iron plating all over its mutilated orange fleshed body, and a long tongue is actually what its chain was, and it's covered with like thorns and saliva. And it's just gonna head forth, do a full attack.
So
Let's
that's
do
the
one
thing I
bite
need
and
to
one
fight.
claw. Okay, well, they seem to be getting sucky rolls. So it rushes in, but Dust Flicker, not a stranger to the unknown, just kind of knocks it away with its hooves as its tongue dangles uselessly around its ankles. All right, now Zumasu, it is your turn.
All right. First off, I'm gonna yell out. Can I do like an insight check? Because I wouldn't know that. I heard a shatter, but I don't know if that actually did anything. So I wanted to see.
You saw the illusion fade, and you saw everybody kind of momentarily like hold their heads and like move backward a bit, but they're still aggressive as
Okay.
before.
So I would, in character, know that like there at least something changed. So I guess I'll try to at least first talk to them, be like, whoa, 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 whoa. Whatever spell Tanagrin's got on you is broken now. Broken now. Can you tell me what the hell that is? And I point to the Canoloth.
All right, make a persuasion check.
They all just scream and run.
That's still fine. I won't be fighting them then.
Okay, I won't even roll against that. You managed to convince the others, especially the other Yuan-Ti, they seem to have an implicit trust for you almost, since you're the first thing that they've seen and you're also Yuan-Ti. They turn towards the thing that you're pointing at and start looking around. What is this place? Where are we? And they just start screaming and running. This one's gonna run away from Dust Flicker. Well, actually, they'll do that on their turns, but they start running away. They don't even need to wait their turns. They're not going to be combatants anymore. I'll just erase them as they're going. This one's going to run. This one's going to run. And this one's going to run as well. And on the other side, they're met with a Naga. So they're just going to sit there and cower.
All right, so now
Zumasu.
we got a little bit of a hostage situation. All right, let me take care of this Canoloth because that thing looks nasty. Yeah, this thing I'll be fine to smite with. Can I even get to it? Like, can I get on top of Jump Flicker to mount? Jump Flicker, Dust Flicker to mount my...
No, it's canon now.
Okay, Jump Flicker.
They're wearing Air Jordans. It's Jump Flicker.
He's set up for battle. That's how he gets ready.
Okay, I will also let you make a quick religion check on the Canoloths. Because, I mean, you might have knowledge of demons. Oh, no.
It's not... yeah. Out of game, I know what this is. In game, I'm not. I can't tell. So what's a 16 get me?
Done. I'm just relogging back in. That's 16. Boy, I'd tell you if I had the character sheet up right now. I accidentally right-clicked and then clicked something on the right-click that closed the page.
Do I at least know? Because I know it's not a demon, right? It's technically.
You know that it is a fiend. You also know that it's a specific kind of fiend called a Yugoloth, which are neither devils nor demons. They are kind of used by either side as mercenaries.
They're murky fiends, murky negative plane peeps.
Yes. And I'll say, but yes.
I was gonna say the thing that was moving us around in the lake in the Underdark. That was a Mechanoloth, right?
It was a Marinoloth, yes.
It was a Marinoloth. Okay.
Which is technically, yeah.
You don't know what these guys are capable of, but you do know that Yugoloths in general have a lot of resistances, and they're pretty much immune to poison.
I know this thing is my arch thing that needs to die, so I'm a mount my mount and I'm gonna attack it. Oh, I can see out the window now. Dust Flicker is gonna take the dodge action now that I'm mounted on top of him, so the thing won't want to attack him, and I'll just attack this thing with the action.
Okay.
Okay, 25 hit.
A 25 does... Actually, I'm not sure. A 25 does hit.
Okay, he's gonna be smited in the...
in the where?
In the face.
Okay, okay. Just
Where
want
the
to make
tongue
sure.
coming out. He's a fiend, right? That counts as a fiend?
A fiend counts as a fiend. I'll grant you that.
Yeah. even if he's a Yugoloth fiend. Okay, so we take the extra radiant damage, so that's gonna be.
Man, we gotta change that
23.
flavor text, I'm realizing.
Yeah.
Ooh, not good.
That's gonna be 40 damage.
Okay, it is immune to the acid damage. It is
no.
resistant to the cold damage.
Oh no! So it takes
You goofed.
It takes 4 less damage.
Okay, yeah, the acid was 1. So 8, 1. Okay, minus 5, then minus 17, then the slashing. Hold on.
How chunky is this boy?
Non-magical attacks. It is magical, so you're fine.
And then I make my second attack.
Yeah, these guys are chunky. They're real guardians.
Does a 24 hit?
A 24 does hit.
This one does less damage so far, because that's 7 damage that's resistant to, right? It's resistant to slashing too?
No, that's fine.
Okay.
If your weapon is magical, you break through that resistance.
Okay, so 7, what is, do you round to 3 or round to 4? For how much?
We round up.
Okay, so it would take 4 from there instead. I just ruined my math. That's 18 damage so far, and I am going to smite this thing because it's chunky. Pew, that's what smites are for, chunky things.
Okay, takes the full 21.
Nice.
All right,
and
it is.
That's all I got.
You've taken about 2/3 of its health with 2 of your axe strikes. It seems to be resisting your tertiary elemental damage, but the radiance is striking through, blasting through its chitinous armor. It wraps its tongue around your axe and threatens to grapple you, but that's on its turn. Anything else?
I'm just gonna yell out a general thing. Any people free of mind control, just find cover, or help kill the weird demons and Naga.
Okay.
As they're all just cowering, probably like,
Were you doing anything with Dust Flicker? I don't recall.
He was taking the dodge action. He's not gonna provoke an attack because he doesn't want to get hit.
Okay. Then it is the Naga's turn, who has shield on them. Let's see. I'm not super familiar with Naga either. Been doing all these other characters for a while. Let's do... Oh, interesting. Oh, interesting. That's interesting too. All these are interesting. Let's...
it's okay, guys. Remember when he just did like undead, and it was only undead and skeletons for like 3 years?
Yeah, I do. Yeah. Yes, I do.
Good times.
Alright. Well, let's have the Guardian Naga slither around here. And it sees its enemies over here. Let's do a To Whom It May Concern and cast Flame Strike centered on pretty much all of you guys. It's going to hit the Canoloth as well. So I'm going to need a...
Reflex save.
Yeah, it's a dexterity save, DC 16.
I might actually save this.
I barely saved this.
Oh, the others have saved as well.
I did not save this,
Interesting.
but I have resistance to fire damage, and let me double check if Dust Flicker has a bit.
Is the Leaf Crown... Well, the Leaf Crown Archer actually succeeded, so I don't need to ask that. Okay, yeah, so everybody but the No, everybody but you, Zumasu, succeeded.
It was a good thing I wore this armor. Dust Flicker does not have evasion. This could be bad.
Oh, no, you should be fine. Oh, but the damage you just mean.
Yeah.
Okay, anybody... It's going to be half fire and half radiant, so anybody have resistances to those that I need to worry about?
I'm resistant to radiant.
Okay.
I'm just resistant to fire.
All right. Well, let's do the fire first. Okay, 15. So Zumasu, you only take 8 from that. Actually, everybody takes 8 from that because everybody succeeded. The Canoloth takes 4. Leaf Crown Archer's at 1, so he's not going to survive. Now let's do the Radiant. 11. Okay. This is a poor roll, kind of. So 11, Amon, that's going to be 6 for you, and then 3 for you. Am I doing this right? Yeah, no, it is all halved.
Yeah. Half of half.
Okay.
Yep. And then
so
it's 6 for everybody else, right?
Yep.
I took 11. So.
Yeah, you're taking 11, 6 for everybody else, and 3 for Amon.
Dust Flicker's at 35. He's still hanging on.
Okay. A pillar of flame, shining with white light radiance, shines down into the room and fills it with holy light and fire. All right. The Naga is done. They can move 40 feet, so let's get in range of Amon at least. And then end. This guy's dead. This guy's alive. This guy's going to take a look at Zimasu and flick its tongue up to 30 feet towards you. With a 23.
It misses.
Oh, nice and spicy.
Oh, wait. Actually, I need to make a concentration check. God damn it.
That's true. Amon reminded me as well.
Okay, I still got it.
You still
So
have
it
your bonus
misses.
AC, so the tongue clatters along your armor, feeling around for something to do. So he's just going to run the rest of the way up and then do a claw attack.
Lewd.
Okay, that's a miss.
Hey, stop that. Stop that, you weird dog.
This guy is going to back away. Let's remove him from the initiative. This guy's going to be removed. This guy is one of the still aggressors, still blinded by the Lamia's magic. Doesn't miss Boom Crash. Perhaps they're starting to come to. Mao, it is your turn.
Well, I guess I'm gonna go fucking kill that one. Right,
Keep him. The one with a red dot is the one that is attacking Boom Crash. The one that is running away in fear is not.
Alright, well, I'm just gonna drop Cinder Smite. I'm gonna fucking pull out my dagger.
Okay.
How about I try to be nice and I will threaten him?
Okay, make an intimidation check.
This is your last chance.
This is your last chance before I decide to do lethal damage to you.
I will kill you.
Let's do... It sees through your intent, I guess. Yeah, you just didn't beat its insight check.
Mm-hmm.
So it is still blinded by the magic. Alright, that's gonna hit. Just barely, weirdly enough.
He shouts for Tanagrin after.
For Tanagrin! Ah! And let's do 41 damage to him, which is more than his normal hit points, so he goes down.
Yay!
Alright, anything else?
I guess, what do we do now?
I don't know.
I yell to below, hey, you guys okay?
You
There's
hear
a big snake and a creepy dog.
So,
So you're alright, right?
Come kill this dog.
a blast of light and fire comes up the staircase a bit.
Some smoke. I pick up my Cinder Smite and I go and walk down a bit.
Okay, I'll take you to the next level. Alright, down there now. Anything else for you?
Bonus action hide? Already attacked.
Since you haven't been seen by them, I'll say that you can hide, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're hidden. Ashanti, still taking care of these skeletons. Alright, well, let's shoot. Double 20s! She shoots one blow at the first skeleton, dealing 10 damage to him, and another 10 damage, killing it almost instantly, and they're gonna start going up the ramp as well, getting a bit more confident. There's now 4 skeletons remaining, and we go to Tanagrin's turn. Who is up here? Let's see. what she's gonna do. I think she has to just do that. So we'll just do that. Okay. This guy, let's remove him from the initiative. Let's remove him from the initiative, because they're just gonna get out of the way and let you, the professionals, take care of this matter. Especially now that you've killed one of their friends. This guy is dead from a fire thing. Amon, it is your turn and the skeleton's turn. There is a snake bearing down on you and 2 fiends bearing down on Zumasu.
Alright, alright. Zumasu is a big boy, he can handle him. So, I think that what I'm going to do is, can't really see much of anything, but... Wait a minute. No, that's concentration, so I can't do that. Alright, you know what? I'm just going to drop Guardian of Faith. You're summoning all sorts of things, aren't I?
Sure are.
I guess I'm just gonna drop it here. That way
Sure.
I can attack both.
I'll just put, like, your spirit weapon out there.
But what if I use my spirit weapon there?
And I'll put another one out there. Don't test me.
Alright, thank you. In that case, let's see. Okay, it needs to move. It doesn't do anything on it's my turn. So, okay, that's an action. Bonus action. Let's see. Let me just look at my sheet. On. Okay, I'm gonna spend my key point to take a dodge action.
Okay.
Ducking and weaving.
You summon an avatar of Nerul that stands with its scythe at the ready to attack anything that moves near it, as you proceed to start dipping, ducking, diving, and dodging for the rest of your turn. This guy is still alive. Oh, it's the skeleton's turn. That always reminds me. So, there's 4 skeletons left. Ashanti is in the lead.
Alright, in that case, actually, let me go back to character sheet.
Yep, all 4s hit.
Okay.
$20 and 29, 38. She's at 2 hit points as she's taken 4 blows. She's struggling up the staircase, trying desperately to get to the next level. All right.
Okay,
now
I'm done.
Now you're done. Now it's the
Yeah,
soldier's
they're
turn. He's gonna shoot. No, he can get up to this skeleton and then attack. Okay, 1 hit for 8 slashing. I'll reduce that. And she's done. Boom Crash. It is your turn. You are in this chamber with the 6 statues, a dead soldier in front of you, the shattered crystal in the center, and a like teleportation circle type thing in the north end of the room. You might be muted as well. Or you
Yeah,
might be
she's muted.
BRB.
Okay.
Yep.
No, I'm here. It's just obnoxious cat, so I didn't want to interrupt just in
That's
case
fine.
something happened. What do the statues look like?
They look like a variety of fiends. Looks like they look mostly to be images of the one that you're familiar with, Mephistopheles.
Okay.
Although they're, I will say, some just kind of like vaguely resemble him, almost like tieflings that like are like from his bloodline or something.
Okay. What I'm trying to sort of figure out is if these statues can potentially be animated, or if these are just creepy statues and I can get the fuck out.
Well, they don't seem to be moving.
Okay, this is a problem for another day. Going downstairs.
Okay.
Bye.
I'll take your character downstairs.
Okay.
I know that there's a wall there. I'm just gonna delete that because I didn't realize it was there, and annoying people. There we go.
Okay. So there's creepy fucking dogs.
Yep, that's those boys.
So if I move here, do I get a straight shot at least that one? Or
Well,
just Flicker providing cover?
Dusk Flicker is still providing cover. It's a crowded area.
Yeah. Okay, well then I'm gonna.
Do you have any attacks that are or spells that are just saving throws instead of attacks?
Yeah. Hold on one second. What do I got?
Frostbite, Bombfire. Well, those are probably not good options.
And I have neither of them. Cancel. Go away. Stop. Please.
Well, maybe another spell could work. Different instead of a cantrip.
Wait, hold on. Is this a save? Do I get to use the yeet spell? I can use the yeet spell.
You're gonna cast Defenestrating Sphere.
I think I'm gonna cast Defenestrating.
Oh, gee.
Okay.
Yeah, that one's a wordy spell. But yeah, we can work through it.
Okay, so just for the sake of novelty, I want to cast this.
Sure. I'll put a fog cloud down and then I'll shrink it to be the sphere.
5 foot diameter, center on a point within range. Can I center it between these two so they're both yeeted?
How big is the sphere?
It's a 5 foot diameter centered on a point within range.
Okay. Technically, I believe that's accurate.
Okay. And if the sphere collides with the creature or object, make a ranged spell attack against it. On a hit, the creature takes 3d6 thunder damage and must make a strength saving throw if the target is medium or smaller. So, okay, so ranged spell attack. Oh, come on. Okay. So 1, 2.
Those are both gonna hit.
Those are both gonna hit. Okay. 3d6 thunder damage.
Okay.
And must make a strength saving throw, so both of them must need to make saving throws.
Okay, I just did their damage. Let's do strength saves. I said strength save. Top one, bottom one. Oh, it moved my box. Okay. 16 and 19, which don't beat your DC of 24. So, what happens now?
On a failed save, the target is knocked prone and flung 1d8 times 10 feet upwards. So 1d8.
10 feet upwards.
And 1d6 times 5. So I'm going to do the 1d8s and then the 1d6s. 1, 2.
Okay, so the top one is flown 10 feet up, and is it times 5 feet for the d6?
Yeah, times 5 feet. So 4
and
times
it's in a
5,
random direction. Let's do 1 at the top, and I think there's 8 directions.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so this Canoloth is flung 5 feet directly towards you. This Canoloth is flung immediately into the wall, but he can't, so he hits there. So he's going to take, what is it, 2d6s of damage.
1d6 points of damage for every 10 feet of movement it was unable to complete.
Yes. So it was able to go up in the air. It wasn't able to hit the wall, so it's going to take another d6 of damage. Roll a d6. Okay, takes another 5 damage. Okay.
Sure that's it? Because it's 1d6 times 5, so that was 20 feet. If it wasn't able to
Well, 1d6. You got 2 for the 4 for that one. Right. Okay. So that is another d6.
Okay.
Okay, another 5.
Sorry, this is complicated.
Yeah,
But novelty.
it's fine. It could have had a more drastic effect, but they were kind of in a tight spot. So this one was just kind of slammed into the wall as a grayish orb, like spawned near the bridge, flings itself towards the Canelos. One is flung after spinning around in the sphere into the wall, and one is flung upward and outward towards you, Boom Crash. And that was only 10 feet, so it does not hit anything there. Well, it does
Boom
hit
Crash.
Dust Flicker, technically.
Can you
I'll
just make a reflex save or something? Just like dodge it or something?
No. I'm going to have both it and Dust Flicker take a d6.
Okay.
And yeah, it's 3 damage.
So you turned on Gary's mod on that particular spot.
Yeah, this is the Gary's mod spell.
Yeah, ragdoll effect everywhere.
All right, with that convoluted spell, but fun spell. I know that the aim was to throw them off the bridge. It was just unlucky.
Yeah.
All right, that's it, right?
Oh, yep.
Okay, this archer. I believe since Zumasu shouted, this guy is going to leave the initiative. He's going to see these fiends for what they really are and start backing away. So's this guy.
They could help.
Well,
True?
that's true.
That could take maybe another convincing. I don't know. It's
Yeah.
the DM.
They're confused and trying to get out of here. So I'll just have them run for
Yeah.
now.
They don't have to help. I'm just bitching at them for being cowards.
The
Right,
mod
this-
being like, where are you going? We freed you.
This Caneloth was knocked prone. He's going to get up from prone and move out this way, provoking an attack from Zumasu and Dust Flicker.
Yeah, I'll take those hits.
Oh, also, does that do the Spirit Guardian?
No, because it needs to. Actually, that's a good question. Let me check.
I didn't
Yeah.
notice his attack, so I made. Let's see, Dust Flicker with his hoof. Does a 20 hit him?
A 20 does hit him.
He pokes
It
from-
didn't move to. It didn't. It moved away, so it's fine.
Okay,
He takes 7 damage then because he doesn't have magical hooves.
that's true. Right, he takes some damage and then moves out of the way. Let's do a tongue attack on Zumasu again. Doesn't hit.
Dunk.
Alright, well, he's gonna keep backing away a bit and end his turn. Zumasu, there's a very wildly spinning sphere in front of you.
I
If
don't
you
wanna
wish
go
to
that
pass
way.
through, you might get hit.
Yeah, I don't want to do that. I'm actually gonna use. Oh, I don't have a thing for it. Let me see if I can do it from the spell sheet. If my spell sheet loads, I want to use Eldritch Blast in this case so I can split fire. But I need my character sheet to load. Damn it! What is a spell attack? It's your proficiency plus your modifier
Yeah,
plus 10.
Mhm.
My character sheet's not coming up. We all have 5 proficiency right now, right?
should have
That's a
6.
6? Okay. So I just need to figure out my modifier. So it'd be plus 11 to hit because it's 6 plus 5. And I'll just roll that to see if it hits. So I'm going to roll for 2 beams at one, 2 beams at the other. So the first 2 beams will be for the one that's low health.
A miss and a miss.
Well, that's just great. And the other 2 will be for the other. So 1 hit.
Yep, that is more like it.
Okay, and this would be a d10 plus 5. That's a 12.
12 damage.
Cool. I didn't kill the one that I wanted to kill, but I poked the other one.
Yeah,
Dust Flicker's gonna do as a disengage action to just fly across the room. Woo-doo.
okay. Yeah, they have to struggle to get through the doorway, but they are able to make it through by squeezing. So they push through the doorway, you like duck your head, and they put their wings in, trampling
Oh.
over a bunch of crates and barrels through the armory of this tower, and then you make it to the other side where there are a bunch of terrified Yuan-Ti screaming at the snake that's in the other part of the room.
Well, at least I'm flanking it now. Okay, yeah, I'm done with my turn. I just wanted
Okay.
him to not be an easy target.
See, rules, man. Do you remember if prone people can make attacks of opportunity?
Yeah, the attacks are fine.
Okay. You're gonna get attacked by the Canoloth as he goes to claw
I'm
at you.
riding a mount, so I'm not technically. What is that whole rule? If something else moves
Oh,
you,
forced
you don't
movement.
Get...
So
Yeah,
he's gonna then attack Dust Flicker with disadvantage.
Dust Flicker was disengaging. That's why I said that.
I see.
Yeah, that's the whole mount fun shenanigans
Yes,
thing.
you're OP. Chris is mad.
I wouldn't say I'm mad. I'd just say that I have a lot to keep track of. So I'm glad that you
know.
all keep track of stuff for me.
That is
Yay.
fair. Basically, if I didn't do that, then Dust Flicker could have attacked, but I'd rather him be safe.
Okay, let's see what we can do here. Let's just do a good old-fashioned bite on Amon. I know that Amon's dodging, but not for lack of trying. The Naga rears back its head and bares its fangs.
I'm doing a Dempsey roll. Okay.
Yep.
Dodge.
It jumps out of the. You jump out of the way and manage to live another day. Let's see. All right. I don't think it can do anything else. Yeah, it just has a lot of spells, so I need to like look it over. Okay. Yeah, the Naga's done. This Canoloth gets up from prone, sees it has new friends to deal with, and is going to attack.
Well, actually, Chris, the Naga needs to deal with the Guardian of Faith.
Well, it didn't
So-
move, did it? Or does it need to?
Oh, that's a good question. If it does,
I think if it ends its turn in this square, isn't it?
for the first time on the yeah, it needs to actually move into 10 feet. So it sucks.
Yeah.
Okay.
All
All
right.
right, that's fine.
The Canoloth goes to attack Mao.
Ah,
Does a 16 hit?
no.
Okay. Well, then it's going to do a tongue attack. Does a 19 hit?
No.
Okay. Well, it's done. Is it worth it to, like, hide? I mean, we might as well. It'll move away, provoking an attack from both of you. Although I don't think Boom Crash has... Well, Boom Crash has 2 sticks. Mao has whatever weapon you had drawn.
I picked up my bow from before, so it probably would have been back to my bow.
Okay, well, it hasn't really moved out of that range then, but I
Yeah.
guess it's about to when it goes into cover, so now you can make an attack. A 14 does not hit.
Mm.
It leaps around the side, dragging its tongue behind it. It's gonna end its turn. This guy's dead. Mao, it's your turn.
Guess I'll go move and catch it. Can I do a bonus action and hide first?
There's not really any place to hide out here. It knows you're here now.
Okay. Does 26 hit?
Sure does.
Well, 6 piercing and 7 fire, but I think it has resistance to fire.
Sure does. So that's gonna be 10 total damage. Anything else?
No, because he said there's no place to really hide, right?
Yeah, not out here. In here, there's plenty of places to hide. There's like stacks of armor, there's racks, there's crates and barrels. So if you move closer to it, you might be able to hide.
I'm just going to switch out my Cinder Smite for my dagger with the wyvern poison on it, or purple worm poison.
Sure.
And I'll move closer.
Okay.
That's it.
Take out your weapon, and Shanti, 2 hit points. Yes, Queen, let's kill this skeleton. 2 longbow attacks. Okay, it has an AC of 14, so one of those hits for 5 piercing. and Tanagrin's turn, and Amon's turn.
All right. Okay. In that case, I think it's time for me to actually fight this Naga. So, all right, let's do staff attack. Bonk.
All right.
Okay.
It's gonna hit.
That's okay. That's
20
wait,
damage. Well, one of them is two-handed,
yeah. So two-handed is gonna be the two-handed thing.
and the
Okay, so
non-crit, so that's 11.
yeah. Okay, 11, and then I'm going to do the smite thing that I have. Spend a charge to add 2d10 necrotic damage.
Okay.
I'm doing that. D10. 18 necrotic damage.
Okay.
And
Doesn't
then
seem
I'm
to be
going.
resistant. Sorry.
Okay, yeah, of course. Let's see. In that case, I'm also going to spend 2 key points, if I can find it. Not to spend key points. Use key point to make 2 attacks.
Yep.
Okay.
Enter your flurry of blows and start whacking with the staff.
And
Another hit.
picking. Yep. That's only good. That's going to be 13. And it's going to make a save.
All right. What kind of save?
Dexterity save, so I can knock it down. Let's see. That's a good question. What is the save on that? Let me check. Man, it's been a while since I done it.
Did your open hand thing?
Yeah. Look. Okay. 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 Oh, the DC save is essentially same as a spell save. So, that's that's going to not make it. But it's knocked down.
Okay.
And then
You knock the
and
snake
then
prone.
I'm going to make the second attack advantage, so that hits. And okay, no. This is gonna be a different save. So 10 damage, and then I'm going to do uh, ba- 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 strength saving throw.
All right. Let's do it. 22.
Okay, okay, that makes it. So it doesn't get pushed away.
Okay, you knock the snake down, chopping it down into the ground with a swift kick, and then continue to pummel it. Its shield of faith is still useless against your assault. You are going apeshit on this snake. Anything else? Oh, the skeletons.
Yeah, just the skeletons. How
There
many
are-
skeletons are left?
There are still 4.
Okay,
Now
cool.
the soldier is in the lead, but Ajanti only has not a lot of hit points. Yep.
Yay.
All those hit, all of them.
Yep.
So if you're hitting the one in the lead, we will grind them down first.
Exactly.
That's 21, that's 30. Ooh, they actually also have 2 hit points left still. These guys are proper heroes as Goose is watching them. Goose and Alina are just watching them do this. Alright. With Amon's turn done, we go to our resident side quest of these 2 ascending the staircase, killing skeletons. These guys are going to level up if they live.
Does that mean they get to stay?
I mean,
They gain sentience.
technically all these people that you knocked out will get to stay. They're not evil.
We just have them join our compound.
I was gonna say we pretty much set up another compound.
What are they going to go? What are they going to do? Go back to their armies that they deserted from?
I mean,
Right.
in some cases,
Fair.
that's a terrible idea.
That's 8 damage plus 8 damage. So this guy's dead on the first blow, technically. So this guy can go up to the second floor and technically attack this one for another 8. Okay. Whew. Boom crash. It's your turn.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just going to.
I think you can move the sphere if you use
I can
the
move the sphere and continue yeeting folks.
So there's the Canoloth that is in this room, but you can't really see them. And then there's another one that went out onto the bridge. That one will most definitely get flung somewhere, unless it's flung left or right.
Okay. Considering I can only really move it into a straight line, I'm going to move it in a straight line into that Camelot.
All right. Make a spell attack.
Okie dokie.
Oh no, the glitch is back!
That's gonna hit. Let's do the convoluted stuff. I'll pick a direction.
If it had eyes, it would look in terror.
Okay.
Okay, it's flung in a northwesterly direction.
Good.
And it's flung 10 feet, so it does fly off the bridge. And how high does it go? It goes 30 feet up, I believe. Right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, it goes 30 feet up.
1d8 times 10, and then 1d6 times 5.
It is launched off of the bridge, and scrabbling at the ledge, it starts to fall off. It does have its tongue, so I'm going to give it like a save.
And it takes 3d6 thunder damage, so it takes 9 damage.
Oh, well, it dies anyway then. It is blasted off the ledge and falls down towards the bottom.
Okay. So that's... Oh, damn. Yeah, that's my action. So I can't do another spell.
I mean,
Yeah.
you finished up the guy. That's still good.
Can I do cantrip through Goose?
Only if it's a bonus action.
Okay. Then, nope.
All right.
I'm done.
I'll also give you, Boon Crash, a perception check. Since you were looking out over the ledge, you can see that there are a bunch of fire giants out here that are like just kind of like looking at each other and just like glancing around the the compound like, what are we doing here?
Okay, I'm gonna go out into onto the walkway and be like, hey! Hey guys!
One of them
Are you here
turns
for the
toward you.
party?
You! Have you done this to us?
I freed you?
Abort!
Make a persuasion check.
I am regretting so much.
You can talk your way out of this.
Regret being nice.
I freed you? Despite your
freed you?
lackluster delivery, the fire giants like look around. Wait, it was that witch. Yes, that witch. It was her that did this to us. And look! And one of them like points out over the horizon, and you can see that the other fire giants are starting to come forth from the oasis, like where the mining compound is. All the other fire giants are in tow. It seems that they're going to reunite with the rest of you guys soon.
Family reunion.
I'm gonna tell them that it's like we called your lady here in order to help assist and free you. Do you know where the queen is?
The queen. She's over here. And they point off in a direction, and a lady fire giant with like long flowing mane of fiery hair, piercing red eyes, is like just holding her head as another fire giant rubs her back. She's regaining her composure as the magic wears off.
Okay.
Yeah, it seems that the queen has been found, and if Dronga gets here, then they'll be able to reunite with the rest of the fire giants.
Okay, I'm thrilled.
They noticed that the Spire had changed and that the fire giants were no longer disguised, so they just came out of hiding.
Okay, cool.
All right. This guy's dead. Zumasu.
All right, I see a creepy Naga in front of me. I'm gonna use cheat codes. I'll have Dust Flicker do the disengage action so I can swing attack and come back out.
Okay.
Chikosa, wood, please.
Oh, that's a hit. That's a nice hit.
It's a hit and a half.
I'll do one little smite.
You can have a little smite as a
Just
treat.
little smite as a treat. It's not a fiend or undead, right? So there's no extra.
It's
for that.
not. That's
Okay.
15, 16. 16 plus 7, 23.
That's a low roll, but I'll take it. And that'll hit too. Is it
does.
looking bloody?
It is looking bloodied.
We'll burn some spell slots. $16 more.
Right. So that's 22 plus 16, 38.
Yeah.
Another massive hit chunks down the Naga, blasting it apart. It is still just barely alive as Dust Flicker takes you back out of range with a burst of its wings as the Naga turns around to try to snap at you. All right. With that out of the way, anything else?
Nope, that's it.
It is the Naga's turn. Let's just go to bite him on again. It knows what the Guardian of Faith is. It's not going to move out of the way. It's
I was trying to coax it.
I know. It's an intelligent creature and it has divine spells. It knows what that is. It's on its
Oh.
spell list. Ain't no way I'm falling for that. It immediately puts its face into the ground.
Yeah, you'll fall for this.
It also gets up from prone, I guess, by coiling up. All right, well, let's clean up, I guess. Canoloth's gonna go after Mao with its tongue and miss. It lunges at Mao with a claw attack and hits for 17 slashing damage. They don't hit often, but when they do.
Uncanny dodge.
Okay, you have it to 9. Mao, it is your turn.
Good, it's in range. I'm gonna stab it with my dagger.
Sure, the creature is like lashing its tongue at you and like pinning you against the wall, slashing at you, but you just kind of take out your dagger and start stabbing for its undercarriage.
Can I use inspiration?
You certainly can. This has been a big fight day today, but still no inspiration has been spent, so that's gonna hit with 9 piercing.
And the purple worm poison is 12d6.
No, it's not. They're immune to poison.
No!
Zoom also knew this.
I did not!
I know. I did not tell you.
Bastard. You just made me waste a very expensive poison on you.
I sure did. I can get some wins as a DM. It's these things that keep me going.
And you got my inspiration.
I did.
It's my
So did you
turn.
just like piss away a few thousand gold?
A couple hundred, but yeah. Actually, I think it was 2,000. I forget.
Damn.
Damn, Chris.
Okay, I'm done gloating.
Okay,
Anything
end of
else?
my turn.
Okay. Ashanti, the local heroine. Let's go up here and attack the other skeleton. They're on the second story, technically, but they will keep going.
Wait,
That's
so
one
she's
hit.
still mind controlled or just bad?
Well, they're getting attacked by skeletons. They're going to defend themselves.
Okay.
Skeletons were told to attack and have not been told not to,
Oh,
because
no.
they just keep going. Okay, she did not kill this skeleton, unfortunately for her. Tanagrin and Amon.
All right. In that case, now it's stick time.
Whipping around your
Madness.
Staff of the Dead, you wrap it across the Naga's face.
Okay. That's and then I guess I'll just spend another charge for the 2d10 necrotic damage. Ooh, max necrotic.
Ooh, Eldritch Eyes. Okay, that's 32 damage. That brings down the Naga. The Staff of the Dead claps down on the Naga's head. Necrotic damage hissing down the snake's body, scales flaking off this thing as it peels away. It fades away into a stream of mist, almost like its body is just beyond the effects of your attack, dissipating at its demise.
Damn it.
Sorry.
All right.
You
I'm
wanted the
gonna
head,
just
didn't you?
Oh no, I wanted to leave behind the corpse because it means that it's dead for good. But okay, you know what? I'm just gonna stand over here and realize that it's just like me. All right, done.
Okay.
Skeleton times.
All right. There are 3 skeletons remaining.
Oh no! Oh yeah, this is first three. First three.
Yeah. I think you're gonna kill these guys.
All right, good, good.
In
let's
fact,
see.
you don't even need to roll because it's 2 dice, and they have 2 hit points each.
I want to roll. They're all min damage, so yes.
All minimum damage, but it is enough. The skeletons, some of them need to go up to the next floor, but they do get up there, and then they just continue their assault. They fall.
I should probably do an insight check on this.
And they begin dying. The skeletons now just are kind of idling around the room, looking for other targets. But with none to be found, they do nothing.
I kind of yelled at him on, "What's that sound downstairs?"
Don't worry about it.
That's 2 floors down, you can't hear that.
Okay.
Don't worry about it.
Alright, Boom Crash. There's 1 Canoloth remaining in the other room.
Okie dokie. There's also the mini side quest. Oh, Ashanti's dead. Or as Shanti.
Yep.
Whatever.
She's dead, I'll remove her. Goodbye.
Okay.
She
Bye-bye.
bleeding out or dead?
Well, they're dying.
Let's save your girlfriend.
Okay. 1, 2. Oh.
That guy's unconscious.
Oh. Okay.
Zumasu knocked him out. Zumasu also knocked out this person. These are the only 2 unconscious people in the entire room, or in the entire tower. The rest were slaughtered mercilessly, like the obviously
Job done.
mind-controlled people that they are.
Job done.
God damn.
Compassion, said Zumasu.
Oh, fuck it. It's
Well,
Is the
That's not on me.
fuck
I
it.
didn't see
I'm
what they were
unloading.
doing.
Sorry, Mao. You're kind of in the way. I'm gonna try to not hit you.
oh, all right. Fire's good.
yeah?
Yeah,
It's so you're saying that it's just hard to get into a point where you don't have disadvantage against it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Um.
Yeah, the close
Because
quarters
I'll-
is annoying. So
Yeah. Close quarters is kind of annoying.
yeah, I mean you can
do I
fire on
have
it.
Disadvantage here, or
You do because you're within 5 feet of it,
yeah.
unless you have shocking grasp or something.
I mean, I do. But isn't that a touch attack?
It is. You'd have to be right next to it.
I don't like touch attacks. They're scary. But fuck it. Okay, so yeah, I'll just grope it.
Grab that tongue.
Okay,
He's distracted.
so how do I do a touch attack?
Same thing as a other attack. It's a spell attack.
Okay, it's just a spell attack. Okay.
It applies with your plus your bonus because you're probably touching it with the rod, just like touching the rod to it and then jolting electricity through it. Let's see. That's the first low roll of the night. Oh, it seems that you.
Did I actually
So
manage to
that
roll?
is a natural one, so that does automatically miss.
Inspiration.
Yeah.
It does beat its AC though. That's interesting. You cannot
That's-
miss it except on a 1.
Okay.
All right, that's gonna hit.
Okay. I'll take my ridiculous overcompensation. 48. So
Okay, it seems resistant to the lightning, so it's gonna only take 9 damage.
damn it.
Got another one, guys. All right. Anything else for you, Boom Crash?
I'm just gonna hiss at it.
It turns around to you and gurgles. Zumasu, there's one fiend left in this other room, which is crowded by your allies, but you could probably squeeze Dust Flicker in there, if you really wanted to.
I mean, Mount has better movement than I do. I don't even know what room this is, so I'd be using sound to head that direction first.
It's right here.
Okay. So I kind of like shift on my mount. Oh, come on, Dust Flicker. We're all gonna attack. Dust Flicker will just attack as well. It's not doing no dodge because this thing looks like it's not great.
Okay, I will say Dust Flicker has disadvantage in this small room.
Cool, I do max damage.
Well, you do max damage anyway.
So that would just be that'd be the D8 and the D6 from the cold would be in half instead. So that would be what?
Okay. So
7 damage from those. So 7 plus 8 plus.
So it's immune to the acid. So that's 8. And then the cold is halved, which the cold is a D8, so that's 4. And then the slashing is maxed out to 11. And the bonus radiant damage is how many dice? 2 D8s. Plus, it should be an additional D8. It looks like it didn't do it.
Oh yeah, so that'd be 3d8. So that'd be 20. That'd be 24 more damage.
24 more damage. Okay, yeah, it's not looking too good.
Damn, that didn't pump it dead. Okay.
No,
well,
these guys have a lot of hit points. These guys are high challenge rating monsters. These were
Thank
meant
you,
to be. These 2 monsters were meant to be a challenge back when you were facing Tanacrin. Let me put it that way.
Mm-hmm.
All right, another hit. That's going to be 4 plus 3 plus 7. It is at 1 hit point.
Is it alive?
Yeah, it's at 1 hit point.
God damn. Dust Flicker, finish it off.
Disadvantage.
God damn it.
That does
You
not
missed.
hit. It thoroughly smashes one of the barrels nearby into smithereens.
What do I see, by the way, on this level? Like,
It's an
around
armory.
me.
It's absolutely stacked with like mundane spears and swords and sets of armor befitting the guards of Tanagrin.
I meant also like, do I see civilian corpses? Can I start
No,
scolding
they
people?
all left. They all left this room.
Okay. I ain't scolding nobody yet. I'm done.
Technically, the only dead people are the one that died from the fire blast out there and the one that Boom Crash killed over here, which you may have seen, but they could have been unconscious. You don't know.
So the floor that he didn't go to and the floor he didn't go to.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. It's the Canalost's turn. He's gonna do his dippy darnest, and he's gonna do like a raking attack with his tongue and just attack all of you around him. He's gonna do 1 tongue attack against each. 12, 10, 24. 24 does hit Mao. I was just going from left to right. For 23
Give me
piercing. Have you done that since the last time?
No, I don't think I've had a turn yet.
No, because I think this was the same one that you had uncanny dodged against. So I think you
yeah.
still have your uncanny dodge. So you can turn that into a 20 or a 12.
Okay.
But you are now grappled.
Bastard.
And then it's gonna bite you.
Fuck off.
Wait, could you
Well, shit.
could you Hellish rebuke it and just kill it?
You could.
I could. I'll do that instead, so I'll take the full 23 damage from the first one.
Okay, so you take the 23 damage as it's dragging you into its mouth like one of those barnacles in Half-Life. It opens its
blow it
mouth
up to-
wide, and you hold your hand up to its mouth and blast it with fire. Let's hope you're not fireproof on the inside. It is resistant to the damage, but any amount of damage is enough to kill it. The creature falls down, dead.
Also, I'm at 69 health now.
Nice.
Nice.
All right. Technically, we aren't really in combat because Tanagrin isn't attacking you, but she is still alive somewhere.
We have to locate creature this lady.
I mean, I don't know she's alive. Alright,
It's
we're done
true.
now, right? This is all good? Everyone's dead? Fucking Tanagrin's dead?
I'm gonna ask you guys. Okay, Okay, somebody entered the mind control. Where's Tanagrin? We got a corpse on our hands or what?
I think Amon witnessed her finally manage to teleport away after a second
Boom
potion.
Crash did. Or Goose did through
That is
Oh,
also
yeah.
true.
Through Boom Crash. Fuck. Words.
They don't exist. They're all made up.
It's fine.
So
I
we
got
gotta-
what you were saying.
We have a missing person.
Yeah, we don't know where she is,
I
but
see lion lady.
Amon, I'm gonna scramble. Amon, you got that thing to locate people?
Mhm.
We gotta locate a person. Tanagrin's not dead.
Is she actually a person or a monster?
I didn't really see what happened. You guys are saying she's dead, and I'm just believing. Wait, you guys are mind controlled, right?
No.
Okay, we're good. All right,
Okay.
where's the?
Okay, locate creature.
Also, she's a lamia.
yeah, she had a lion booty.
Oh.
Her hips do be lion.
Zumosu was never down on the bottom floor. Never saw.
I still don't even know the corpses
Yeah.
are there.
You let Zumasu know this information. Amon, even though Tanagrin was disguised before, you have seen her true form. You are considered familiar with her in that respect. And locate creature isn't limited by creature type, so you locate that
Okay.
she is directly above you, about
Alright.
100 feet on the top floor, which, as you recall, doesn't have any windows to it.
Mm-hmm. Oh, in that case, who wants to go with?
I'll come. I hop off of a dust flicker. Dust flicker, you try and guide the survivors to someplace safe.
All right. See you in a jiffy. 100 feet straight up. Teleport, please.
Whee!
I
Okay.
guess we're running up the stairs, shortly following.
Okay.
Cardio.
I will teleport you guys up here.
Yeet!
Oh, whoops, I still have her on the GM layer because I didn't bother. Okay, you come up to this level and you see Tanagrin standing atop a like transportation circle type thing amidst tons of ruined pieces of furniture, but also a ton of gold that you are just like resting on, surrounded by 2 braziers as well. You see Tanagrin, and she's kind of like got 3 forms of herself like surrounding her, kind of disguising where she is. It seems she's cast a mirror image spell on her. The other creatures in this chamber are all almost naked humanoids, but they all still seem to be under Tanagrin's spell. They've received fresh spells from her, and she still has absolute sway over these ones. Oh, looks like someone's about to become my dinner. Destroy them, now!
Lady, give up.
Never. I'll never give up what I've taken. It's mine. This entire palace is mine. You're
Your
just
crystal's
going to be
broken.
in... I know that. You think I don't know that? You're going to die. Let's add these new folks to the initiative. And let's just start from the top.
Why do you do this to yourself?
Well, this is... I didn't really change much about this.
No, I mean, like, it's like, oh man, initiative is finally cleared. Oh, we're gonna add more to the initiative.
You guys went after her. You could have left her alone. But these are her
Who would have
defenses.
done that?
I know, nobody would have done that. Okay.
Granted, I'm wondering how we would have even dealt with this if we were lower leveled.
Well, probably not with a full frontal assault.
Fair enough.
She also didn't have the Leaf Crown soldiers and the Dervish dudes.
Mhm.
Alright, Mao, let's go to you first.
Running up the stairs.
You're running up the stairs. Let's go up here. I'll put Boom Crash up there for the time being as well.
Yeah,
Because you're
I'm
gonna
following.
presuming you're doing that next turn. The soldiers are here, like, just kind of cowering. Are the monsters down there dead yet?
Yeah.
Most of them either dead or unconscious. The fire giants are on their way, so I'd.
Giants! Let's get out of here. They start
Be
rushing
nice
down the
to them.
stairs.
Tell them to be nice to them.
They're
Huh?
friendly? Okay, alright, bye.
Yeah, tell them they're friendly
Bye.
before you start a weird business.
We tried. We yelled at them
I
as they
don't
went
really
down.
care.
I tried, not very hard, mind you.
Yeah, no, but that's not my problem.
I like the way you think.
Don't you want more minions?
These aren't my babies. They're not my problem.
Also, we got an entire keep of minions. Like, why do we need more?
We need to grow the army.
Where did Amon and Zumosu go? I thought they went 100 feet up.
They did.
Yeah, we did say, he did pretty much say, oh, she's up there, let's go.
Oh, we went up and there's no more up.
There is
There's
no more
definitely-
up. There's just a strange looking teleportation sort of circle nearby.
Yeah,
Boom Crash holds out her talon and is like, "Do you wanna go?"
Yeah, let's go.
Okay. Holding hands with Mao and stepping onto the teleportation circle
It's
and
like-
activating it.
It's like Mary Poppins or something.
Okay.
Yeah.
You hop into the painting.
Just
Ba-ba-ba-ba-da-ba. It's a go.
hold on, I have something for this.
Yahoo!
There we go.
Nice.
Great.
When you say I have something for this, I was like, oh no, what's gonna happen to them? Is this gonna be like a fly?
All right. You guys arrive right behind Tanagrin and her mirrored clones, as well as her concubine, which has been up here. They're all like resting on hay and stuff. This was really nice when there was an illusion here, but you guys never got to see that. So, actually, she'll reset it as part of her action.
Just to make it look fancy.
Yes.
Aw.
All right. Now, Mao, you spent most of your turn like coming up here, but
Moving, yeah.
you do have bonus actions, so I'll say that you could have gotten up here and you still have an action.
Could I have just used? Could I like use an action or the bonus action instead for maybe making another poison dagger? Preparing it as I'm walking.
You can use your action to do that.
I'll use my action to make another poison dagger.
Okay. You poison a dagger.
So the 2,000 gold pieces down the toilet.
It is Tanagrin's turn. Let's see. We haven't actually played her because she spent most of her time doing nothing.
I ask her a weird
Dying.
question. Do you have two
Was
sets
she
of ribs?
lying on the ground?
She was lying in place.
All right, I'll leave.
Okay. She turns towards you folks. She looks at Boom Crash and says, "This is all your fault. You're going to be mine."
Thank you.
She's going to touch you with her intoxicating touch, or attempt to anyway. But seeing her hand come towards you, twinged with magic, you duck out of the way. Bitch! She swings a dagger out from her bodice and slashes at you. Does a 15 hit? I don't remember if it was 15 or 16.
It is 15, but I'm gonna Shadow Word or
Ooh.
Entropic Word.
Okay, so I will roll again. Okay, so now it's a miss. She goes to stab at you with her dagger, but through the magic of your shadows, it goes in a different direction. And that's it for her. She turns back to one of her Yonti and says, "Dante, do the mirror thing now! We need it!" Amon, it's your turn. You're resting on a throne that was, just a minute ago, a pile of coins.
Okay. In that case, first of all, I'm going to. I think the spell that I'm gonna cast is where's the damn spell? I think I'm gonna cast Dispel Magic on Tanagrin herself.
Okay. That does get rid of her mirror
Yeah, mirror.
image.
Because all of you are doing attack-based characters, so yeah.
The illusion
Okay.
fades.
All right, my work is done, but you
Thank
didn't do
you.
anything. I was like, I said my work is done.
Right.
You know what? Since I know this is a coin thing, I think I'm just gonna hide behind Zumosu. Whatever damage he takes, he can take it for me.
Sure. Boom Crash, it is your turn. Tanagrin's duplicates have faded, and she is now screaming in anger, with a bit of a roar behind her voice.
Okay, well, I'm gonna take the attack of opportunity, so I'm not within 5 feet.
All right. She lashes with one of her claws from her lower feet. You aren't
Ow.
used to that, so it as you're like running away, she trips at your hamstring and deals full damage. 23.
Okay. Ow. That hurts.
I forget she got the cat paws with the shitty dagger attack from before.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm not in triple digits anymore. Oh no.
Oh, baby.
Oh no, it'll take 6 more hits.
I'm so hurt.
Ugh.
Okay, sorry.
No, I was just thinking about how I just got to like triple digits this level, and I'm just like, damn it.
I'm very needy for a caster. I'm a
I think-
needy bird.
I think you still have more health than I do.
Oh, that's really sad. I'm sorry, dude. That's a you problem. Eldritch Blast. All of them onto Tanagrin.
Okay. One of those is a natural 20, but these are still firebolts, so let's see what the...
Damn it.
You got the thing that adds your charisma damage to it?
Yeah, so it's... Hold on. It's D10
I can-
plus...
Yeah, it's a d10 plus your charisma modifier.
I'll set it up, so... 1 plus 6.
I'm also going to fix your thing for you.
Thank you, yeah.
All you have to do is switch the Eldritch Blast and Firebolt position.
Okay.
Okay, so one of those is max damage, because it's a
Mhm.
crit. So that's going to be 16. Do that one first, and then the rest, 22, 29. She's down again. She's blasted against the back wall. No longer has mirror image, because that would have royally fucked over most of those attacks. And she's now bleeding out again.
Yay.
Okay.
You're
Uh,
welcome.
Zumasu.
As I hype behind Zumasu, it's like, you're welcome, ducks.
Did the thing wear off on the peeps yet?
It didn't seem to have.
I only got rid of the mirror image, so.
Yeah, I was just wondering if it was a concentration thing from her part, because she just got knocked down.
No.
I actually kind of like her.
Yeah,
well,
these people have been like under her sway for like months and months and months.
oh god.
And she also
Yeah,
refreshed her all of her turns that she spent up here was casting mirror image and re-upping her spells on these people.
I'ma just look to them and can I make like some intimidate check or something? Bad, just.
They're still affected by her magic.
I'll look at them and be like, okay, we're not gonna you're gonna have to take a nap, guys. Don't kill these people, but knocking them out's fine. I'm gonna thwack them.
I'll kill what I want, when I want, and how I want it.
These people were literally slaves. Do not do this to them. So non-lethal damage to this one.
Gonna hit. That's
Okay,
gonna be
19 damage.
19.
Bonk 2. That's probably gonna knock him out.
That's 23. Yep, that knocks him out.
23. Okay. Yep. And I'm just yelling it to you guys. Just knock him out. We'll help them later.
Fine.
Okay.
All right. Anything else?
Nope, I got 2 attacks.
The concubines start to swarm towards you. This one's going to attack.
Please just surrender, miss. Please.
Actually, make a wisdom save.
Uh-oh. Wait, I'm good at that.
Yeah, I know you are. They don't
Is
care.
it
It's charm, actually, so I believe it will automatically fail against you because of your heroism. She's like raking her finger under your chin. Join us in the blissful orgy. Why don't you serve Tanagrin? And you're just like, ew. And
No, I just take one look over at Tanagrin in the corner and I'm just like, I'm not into that, please, miss. Just
what, you
get out.
think I'm some kind of furry? I'm a scaly, you idiot.
Oh, not the fact that she's
Oh,
dead.
it's not the fact that she's got a booty like that. It's the fact that she's kind of and she's just droogling right in the corner. And it's like,
Corpse-fied.
she's not looking good. I'm not into necrophilia. Tanagrin's not gonna make it. I'm sorry.
All right, well, she's done. This guy, he's just gonna attack.
Dunk.
Yeah, it's gonna fail. He
Sir,
has
please
advantage,
just put
but
down your weapons.
I thought they were going for the mirror thing.
well, this guy was.
Oh, okay.
This one is going to pick up where they left off and is going to go around here, provoking an attack from Zumasu as she runs towards the mirror, since Dante wasn't apparently able to get it. And that's going to hit for
Bonk.
11 plus 13, 24 damage. She's still alive.
Okay.
They're all just gonna try and do this, I bet.
Miss, please.
She heads over to the mirror and touches it, and she speaks a word under her breath. You guys catch the word as like some strange language in Infernal. Anustala! And then the mirror like reforms. Instead of showing the reflections of the room, even the false illusions. Instead, it shows a strange insectoid creature with like crystalline blue skin and piercing yellow eyes.
We've seen that.
Yeah,
have
was that
seen
the thing we fought before?
Yeah, the thing that was pretending to be an angel with you.
As
Yeah.
it emerges from the mirror and manifests in reality, an ice devil, a Jelyagon, appears, crackling over everything. The other Yanti is sucked into the mirror in its place. All right.
Your mother.
I can speak Infernal. He said your mother. All right. This guy's turn. Let's just attack. No, let's do Sleep Gaze on Zumasu, because that can work. Let's make you make a Wisdom save.
But I'm not tired. Oh
Yep.
no. Is that
Take a
low
nap.
enough?
No, it's not low enough. Yeah, you would need to get a natural 1, I think, to fail this.
But I rolled low enough, he probably doesn't yawn and I follow along. Just like, bro, you're tired, just sit down. Please.
Join us. Join us. This guy's unconscious. Just remove him.
They
Now.
always want a nap.
Also, at Mao's turn, I need to reset it to descending order. Okay, there we go.
Am I
Now.
allowed to kill that one?
You can kill the creepy devil thing.
Okay, thank you. I run over to it. Actually, can I do like a bonus action and hide first? If it didn't notice I was in the corner or something.
You can. There's plenty of stuff to hide in this room, especially since it's covered in an illusion.
Yeah, like run around like the wall to get to it.
Throw a pile of coins in the air, done. Jump behind another one and jump out.
You duck behind a pile of coins that was once a pile of rubble, and yeah, you're hidden. You jump out from the rubble to attack with your dagger.
Stab
And a 16 does not hit its natural armor.
you.
You rolled a 5 and a 2.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm here now.
It knows you're here now. And it's its turn. It didn't like that about you. Let's do multi-attack.
It speaks you done fucked up in Infernal.
Okay, it has a spear, so it's going to make 2 spear attacks. We'll do one against Matt. Oh my god, that's a wall of text. Oh my...
Swallow text.
Oh, that's not the right one. It's mislabeled. I see. Do this
Here is
instead.
the ice devil. Here is the damage of the ice devil. Okay.
Okay, 27. Is
Secret. When I say I wanted more lore in the new books, this is what I meant. Alright, go ahead.
That hits.
Okay, you take 15 damage, 5 of which is cold, and then I'm gonna need a con save.
Uncanny dodge.
Okay. Then you're taking 8
Okay, cool. And a con save.
con save.
Cool.
You have used your inspiration. You are slowed. Your speed is reduced by 10 feet. You can either take an action or a bonus action during each of your turns, but not both, and you can't take reactions. You get a new save each round, ending it on a success.
Oh, this is real bad for me.
It is real bad for
Oh,
you,
shit.
specifically. Anyway, second attack. Let's do Zumasu this time. And let's
Okay.
not do it through the macro, because obviously it's linked to Wall of Ice.
Dink, it hits my shield.
It does hit your shield. Okay, he gets a tail attack as well, so we'll do that on Mao.
What?
No.
Yeah, actually we have 10 feet. We can do it on Amon. Attack everyone. Nah, but we'll pile on Mao because we don't like her.
And that's a miss, right?
It is a miss. It whips its insectoid tail around, but manages to miss. Tanagrin, make a death save. I don't have much of a choice. Oh. Okay. This Jackalware's turn. This one's going to keep attacking Zumasu.
Stop.
Misses. This one's going to attack Zumasu. Misses. Amon, it's your turn.
Okay. Do I have anything that this creature will dislike, I wonder?
It is a devil.
And Mephistopheles is a demon, right?
He's a devil.
Ah, never mind. Okay.
Just, I don't know, yell at it.
No. Man, I really don't have anything that that thing will dislike. Okay, I can't do banishment. But the material requirement for banishment is an object that the devil will dislike. But I don't have that, so
Make a religion check.
Don't you have like a weird tuning fork for Mephistopheles?
yes, it's a
But
devil.
they
So,
like Mephistopheles.
yeah,
I
it's
don't know. Does anybody actually ever like their rulers? Especially when they're crazy?
Yes.
Okay.
Devils
Devils are
do.
weird.
They love their rulers.
That's true.
But in a way.
Awful. In a way.
They want to get the promotion
Okay.
because
Yes.
they like the
Amon?
position.
Very corporate.
You, especially at this level, you know, it's common knowledge that devils despise silver. In fact, they are resistant to non-silver damage.
Oh, in that case, I have a little bit of powdered silver. I gotta eat. It's like silver, eat
Pocket
this.
silver.
Yeah, yeet. And then I'm going to cast banishment.
All right, it's gonna need to make a charisma saving throw. Ooh, it has +9, but we'll see.
Eesh.
Oh,
Most things do not have.
It rolled an 18 and it has a +9.
the more powerful devils do tend to have a lot of charisma.
Yeah, but I am DC 19.
Yeah. You
Yeah.
try to banish the thing, and although the powdered silver gets into the air, it turns towards you and just hisses.
Okay, in case I'm gonna go over here and start scraping up the powdered silver because I need those.
That shit's expensive.
So that's the rest of my action. Just I gotta
Boom.
scrape up silver.
Okay, Boom Crash.
Okay. Hold on. I need to check something.
Do
real
silver
quick.
coins count as silver?
Yeah,
Yeah.
by definition.
So-
I use money. I'm paying you to go home.
That's exactly what I was gonna do. I'm just checking the number of spell slots I have. Where the hell is banishment? Oh, there it is.
level 4. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, because you have a high
That
save
didn't work.
because of all
Let's
your
all
shenanigans.
banish it.
Yeah.
Remember the DC for is the save is high.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So is
It's
Boom
my-
Crash's.
Yeah, but I only have one spell slot left.
so a one-shot kill, a pseudo one-shot kill is worth it.
Okay, so okay, I'll give it a shot. So
It needs to roll a 9 or lower.
I'm going to grab the handful of silver pieces I have in my pantaloons and throw it at the ice devil and cast banishment on it.
Die, Ghost.
Or my math's off, but it's something like that.
All right.
Yeah, and is there a bonus for casting it at level 5? Oh, just I can target one additional creature. So
I mean, I guess Tanner is still alive for now. Target her if you want.
her body could be potentially useful, especially with dealing with the fire giants.
Okay.
Proof that we got it.
You can banish
So-
one of these fuckers.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna do. So,
This one's not unconscious and has the most hit points.
okay, then let's do that one then. And
Yeah, they failed.
so she fails, but he unfortunately succeeds, or the ice devil succeeds.
He rolled a 17.
He rolled a 17.
well.
Yep.
Right.
Okay,
They are
worth a shot.
banished to the Shadow Realm. shadows envelop the Yonti pureblood, and the Ice Devil has almost clawed into the shadows as well, but it manages to claw its way forward. Alright,
I
Zumasu.
address the Ice Devil. Why do you care so much? Go home.
Do you speak Infernal?
I do.
I speak Abyssal.
It
I
does
don't-
not
I don't-
understand. Oh, well, maybe it does, actually. They
Yeah,
might-
actually, I'll speak in Abyssal because it'll probably piss it off.
Okay, yeah, you have pissed
Fair.
it off. It doesn't know what you're saying, though.
I just know that lawful creatures hate abyssal creatures, so there we go. I want to get in close so I get my radiant damage. Ooh, max damage. Oh, that means it's Smite time. Is it
That
resistant to any of this stuff?
It is definitely cold. Let me see. Wait, really? It doesn't have resistance to cold and it lives in Cania? That's a little weird. Well, it's immune to fire.
Mm-hmm.
It's immune to poison.
Yeah, it's usually one or the other. It's not. It's ice things or fire things are rarely like immune slash to both. It's one or the other for game balance reasons.
I know. I just, like, Cania is one of the coldest places in Baitor, and it just lives there
Why
and
do
is
you
fine.
think I draw Mephistopheles as blue? Because I think that he should also be, like, cold resistant, but being a fucking devil means you're usually fire resistant.
So technically, it is totally fine for all this damage to be maxed out. Have at it, friend.
Okay, I'm doing the math here. So it's 32 extra from the smite. It's 8 from the regular radiant, so that's at 40 now. It's 6 from the acid, so that's 46.
Oh,
8
nice.
from the cold, so that's 54, and 11 from the slashing, so that's 65.
Okay,
Chonk.
65 damage. It didn't do as much as you thought it would for this creature.
Hey, I'm so proud of it. Does a 21 hit?
A
Or
20,
22 hit because of the flanking.
a 22 also hits.
And all of this goes kosher, so that's 28 more damage. Or you know what? We're getting towards the end of the day. I'll throw in another smite.
Do the 28 now.
And
Then another 25. All right.
I am almost
That's-
tapped out for spells, but I chose good cards to use.
That is another sizable chunk of the Ice Devil gone. Yeah, if Banishment doesn't work, there's another form of crowd control that can do just as well.
I just keep yelling it at Abyssal like I'm an angry farmer.
I mean, this guy is gonna, I guess, head to Boom Crash because it can't seem to hit Sumasu.
Oh no.
And gets a 6. Now, it's your turn. Remember, you are slowed.
I am. Zumasu, does poison work against these things?
Would I know? I would religion check?
Yeah, you can religion check.
Devils are weird. They got all these resistances and shit. Let me.
Yeah, I know.
I know everything about ice devils.
I mean, you did face one before.
You
so
faced one before. They are immune to poison.
I
And
yell
you
out
know-
quickly.
Do you know they're also immune to fire?
I yell out quickly. They're immune to fire and poison. Oh shit! Now.
Mal's like covered in frost from its ice spear.
I hate this. I literally just put poison on a dagger that I can't use, so I'm gonna put that away.
Don't you have the lightsaber?
I do. I don't
Use the
have like
lights-
I can't use a bonus action to do a quick draw and like pull it out. So
Drop your dagger. Oh wait, can you?
You can
Or
do an
is that
item
kind of-
interaction.
Drop
Okay.
your dagger, take out the lightsaber, and attack it. That's all you can do.
I guess so. Yeah.
Yep.
So I will do that, and I'm gonna make sure I note exactly where that dagger is.
Okay.
$2,000
It falls. It falls into the pile of coins, which is an illusion, so it just kind of falls through it into the unknown.
Great, great. I'm pissed. And let's swing with this fucking radiant blade.
If you hit, you get your sneak attack.
You do get your sneak attack. That's gonna hit. That's gonna be 38 damage. You slice off one of its back legs. Anything else?
Nope, not moving.
You are slowed by the efforts of the Ice Devil. Oh, you can make a new save at the end of your turn. Con save, DC 15.
You
Oh.
got that.
You shake off the frost, and next turn you are no longer slowed. You can remove that icon if you need it.
Thanks.
It is the Ice Devil's turn. Let's do some more Ice Spear attacks. Let's do... I also forgot, it hasn't really come up, but it has magic resistance, so it had advantage on those banishment saves anyway.
Oh, okay, fair.
Anywho, it turns around to, let's say Mao, because that was fun. God damn it, I did it from the macro again. Ice Spear! Okay. That's gonna be 16. Does that hit you?
No.
Alright, fine. Let's do one on Amon then. Does a natural 20 hit you?
Yes.
I impose disadvantage.
Oh! I'm gonna roll it again. Okay, well, does a 27 hit
It's
you?
not max damage.
Yes.
It's not max damage. You disabled his crit. So let's just do 14 plus 13, 27. Then I'm gonna need a con save from Amon.
All right.
Meanwhile, it's gonna
And
whip
do.
its tail at Mao.
Bastard.
Okay, I'm gonna use inspiration because I surprisingly haven't used it already. Son of a bitch.
Everybody's on the slow train.
Ooh,
Yeah,
cold.
Oh.
It's 12, so yeah.
Alright, you are slowed then as well. Mao, you get hit for another
Nope.
20. Oh, 19 doesn't hit you.
Correct.
Right? Okay then. Fine.
Wishful thinking. Cloak of protection gives me that extra +1.
Tanagrin's gonna make a death save. Okay.
She's gonna die.
I mean, yeah, that was the intent. Unless you wanted to keep her alive, but I mean,
I was gonna maybe
We
try
have
and
the tools.
interrogate her, but
this, I haven't really done this, but this one shape changes into a jackalware to bite you.
Oh, fancy.
I forgot that this existed. Alright, and it misses, of course.
it looked like
This
we were
one's
gonna give her a
banished.
kiss.
And Amon, it's your turn. You get an
Okay.
action or a bonus action and no reactions.
Oh, that's what slow is?
Yep.
Okay, so it's not like the spell slow, where...
It's a pseudo version of it.
Okay. In that case... Hey, do all of you want to take damage?
No.
Okay.
If you can center it on me,
but
I'm
I
fine.
don't mind.
Yeah.
If you center on me, I'm fine. Maybe not on Mao.
No, I was going to damage the entire room, but okay. In that case, don't worry about it. I think I'll just do Total Dead and hope for the best.
Okay.
Onto the ice devil, obviously.
Roll 01.
Okay, it failed, so that's going to be 38 necrotic damage. It doesn't have any
Oi.
resistances. As you toll out its final death knell, the Ice Devil claps its hands over its, where it must have ears, because it, claps its hands over its head. It drops its spear on the ground, and it, reels backward, screeching in agony, until its head explodes. As its head explodes, it turns... The rest of its body freezes into ice that crackles into pieces and then falls apart into nothingness. It is banished back to Baator. And the music ended.
Yes, Bugman thing coming in our
Fabulous.
mortal planes doing shit.
At
Then
this
knock out
point,
the rest of these.
yeah, there's not too many people left, and these guys are kind of easy, so I'm just gonna say that you knocked these people out.
We literally pushed them over.
Yeah, I'm not gonna make you go through that rigmarole of attacking these guys.
We tabletop them into piles of gold and they hit their head.
Yeah.
I would like
Speaking
to
of
throw a
gold-
stick I find so that this jackalware can play fetch.
Speaking of which, is the illusion gone yet?
Let me find out. Not quite yet. Tanagrin is bleeding out.
I'm gonna go walk over to Tanagrin.
Yeah,
I'm
I
a
can
double
talk.
tap.
I can do this if you don't want to do it. And you probably shouldn't do it.
I don't really want to do this. I think we could probably talk to her, but she is dangerous. Oh,
We could probably talk to her.
Anyway.
Alright, well that's fine. I was gonna take the head, but alright, that's good. I'm gonna look
She
at that
just,
here.
she just ragdolls into the.
we
into
can
the
just
wall.
talk to them later.
Boom Crash, Boom Crash looks at Doom Awesome and is like, every time you try to save a baddie, I get fire roasted. we're done. This
Well-
is the third time I've knocked this bitch down. She's staying down. Pretty please.
Not all bad guys can be redeemed.
Well, this was more of a case for info, since I thought that was part of the issue too.
I can talk with the dead.
True.
Well, let's take out the corpse so that we can prove the fire giants we did our thing.
Yeah, no, we need the corpse. That's why I didn't yeah. So.
By the way, this weird anatomy, is it like an insect technically because it's got like multiple parts and 2 rib cages?
Well, it's a pile of ice now, so.
Oh no, I meant Tanagrin.
The Lania.
Oh, I mean, yeah, I guess it has multiple rib cages.
Huh, I wonder if it has multiple hearts. Anyway, I'm gonna need help lifting this thing.
Honestly, it might, because it would need to pump blood through that whole thing.
That would make sense.
You pick it up, and it is like picking up a lion and also a person, so it's pretty heavy. Make an
Guys,
athletics check.
Somebody, I need help.
Stacy, gathering my dagger.
I would cast telekinesis, but I used my last spell slot on banishment, so bye! Good luck.
I mean,
Take
you
a
could
short rest.
take a short rest.
I could, but I want to investigate Chinese.
The monsters are outside coming, we gotta...
I want to investigate Chinese!
The Yanti that was banished returns after a minute. The spell seems to have faded from her. She's holding her head in dizziness. What happened?
I make sure that she's protected for them. Don't worry about this. Do you remember how you got here? Because I point to the lion thing in the corner. Your captor is dead. We saved everybody in this tower, fortunately.
I remember. She came to our village. She started talking to people, and people just started following her back to somewhere. I just couldn't help myself. We all just followed her back to this place. After that, it's all a blur. Oh my goodness, I think I've had a lot of sex. I don't think I consented to any of it.
Oh jeez, oh god.
Therapy would be excellent.
Yes.
I highly recommend. And do you feel safe in your village, or do you want a sanctuary?
I don't think anyone is left. We were very small. There aren't a lot of Yanti left. I see that you have made a name for yourself. You are Yanti.
Yes, I'm actually from a place not too far from here, technically. But for now, just keep yourself together. We're gonna just try and get the rest of the people who are mind controlled, safe. We need to address the fire giants in the room because this keep is close to them. We just have to negotiate with them to make sure everybody's on good terms. We're gonna take that body. I might need a little help, and I motion to him on. Please help me carry Tanagrim so we can show the fire giants we made good on our deal.
All right, that's fine. Chris, I'm gonna need your help on this later.
What is it?
So my spell DC should be 20, but I can't seem to change it at all.
There's probably an item that is manually affecting your thing. Maybe not?
Wait, doesn't your staff give you up to your DC?
Oh, maybe that's the reason why.
Yeah,
but-
it might be in this area, assuming you can see what I'm doing.
Because your regular DC has 20 makes sense because of your proficiency and your wisdom, but if your staff gives a +2, that would make sense.
Oh, it should be 19, and then my staff does. Let's see. No,
Your
it's
staff-
just a plus. It's just a +3 quarterstaff. It does not actually boost up my casting.
Okay.
I think what happened was this.
Your
I think
spell save DC mod, I believe it should go up, but I can see where it's coming from. It is from a global modifier, but I think that your staff does give you a bonus to that.
No, you gave me a +3 quarterstaff. You didn't give me a spell boosting quarterstaff.
Wait, did you get an item that
Well,
you
okay,
got a holy symbol, didn't you?
Yeah, I got a holy symbol, but I ditched it because for the god that I didn't want, so I ditched it, and
Okay.
I brought it down, and I thought I edited it down, but apparently it's not edited down. So
Well, if you got rid of that holy symbol, then it's this area. I don't know if you see what is changing.
I don't have it on Twitch right now, so.
It's not on Twitch. You should just be able to see the character sheet that I see. I'm changing a thing from 3 to 0 on the top left.
The global attack modifier?
It's the spell save DC mod, but it's right below the global attack modifier.
Oh, okay, yeah, I see it.
Yeah, so if that's 0, that won't add to it.
Okay, now, yeah, it's all good now. Thanks.
No prob. Okay, whew. Now that that's done,
Amon's helping me carry a body to the teleportation portal.
sure. Mao is investigating everything.
I'm investigating the mirror specifically. Boom
Okay.
Crash is investigating all the shinies.
Yeah, because we need money now because
We gotta keep to deal with. What was
Yeah.
your name, Miss Yanti? Yanti?
My name?
Yes.
My God, it's Foggy. Vishal.
Okay, Foggy. Come with us. Sorry.
You, I love it, you bastard. That's so mean.
It was Tishali or something. What was
I
it?
changed it. You should be able to see it.
Okay, Rishali. I'll just have her come out so she can maybe address it if she saw any of the other people. Plus, I
Okay.
don't think she wants to stick around here.
Meanwhile, Allie, I'm gonna need you to make a charisma save.
Ah,
Fug.
fuck.
Okay. You turn towards the mirror, and as you look inside, you see like various other figures inside of the mirror. They're all banging on the other side of the reflection, trying to get out. And you feel your soul almost dropping into the mirror, but you stop yourself, holding the sides of the mirror's frame, and close your eyes. This mirror was trying to suck out your soul.
Okay. I'm
You
gonna
also
shatter the
notice
mirror.
you also notice that there's a Yanti inside that was just in here. You tip over the mirror and shatter it onto the ground, and a whole bunch of people suddenly manifest. Most of them Yuan-Ts.
Hey, look,
Oh,
I
yeah.
doubled your population.
Oh, you got lucky because that could have just meant that they're stuck there permanently.
Yeah, I was just like, oh, I hope this doesn't go that direction.
There are also some other people that come out of the mirror as well.
Oh, fug.
I got this.
They are all disoriented.
Now put them back.
I can't. I broke the mirror.
You broke the mirror.
What
There's a
color are
bunch of
these damn
people.
cults?
There's a bunch of people in reddish robes, and bearing sigils of Mephistopheles all over their emblazoned gear.
I'm gonna just.
I dropped Tannigan and just like, okay, punch out the red cloaks. We'll talk
hold
to
on.
them later.
Hold on, I got this. You. Sit over there now. I just point like behind, kind of near the gold, but not that close.
Make an intimidation check.
Fuck.
We got another round of combat coming up.
They pull out their daggers.
No. I got this. I'll pull out the box to be like, look, you really don't want to fuck with someone that Mephistopheles wants alive.
Make a new intimidation check.
A little better.
A little
They
better.
look at the puzzle box and look at you, and they suddenly like drop their daggers and drop to their knees. Apologies. Many apologies. We didn't realize the vessel had come for us. Thank you.
I am
Thank
the
you.
chosen one.
Just kind of like looking at everybody in the party, like, help, please. Oh, never mind.
Tell them to go sit in the corner. We should probably. I kind of motioned to Boom Crash to do a mental thing. Just like I point to my head for a second. One of us should probably. I want to talk to Boom Crash, is not
Yep.
out loud.
Yeah.
One of us should probably stay here with Mao, or we should take them all out. What do you think? Because I don't think we're introducing to the fire giants. Is
Oh, okay,
necessary.
okay. I have a question. How tough do these cultists look?
Not very.
I could kill everyone in this room in one go.
We
if
don't
you
want to kill them. We want to see if we can get information extracted from them.
I mean, I could talk to the dead bodies.
We also want to save the Yonties.
You want to save the Yantis. I have no such compulsion.
In brain, look, they're sitting down. Just get everybody else out.
All right, everybody else except for you, Red Cloaks, come with me. Boomcrash, you gonna stay here? Or...
Yeah, I'll stay.
Okay,
keep an
I'll go
eye out.
talk to the giants. Elena's just gonna chill with you. Just keep an ear open. Come on, Amon. Let's take this body. You grab the back legs. I'll grab the front.
Oh, okay. You grab the pleasant side, huh? All right, fine. You get to grab the clean side. All right, I see how this is.
I carry
So-
more weight. There's a torso attached here.
Grumble, grumble. You can't stop me from grumbling. All right, we're gonna peace out.
Okay, the rest have followed suit down there through the teleporter. And Mao is left up there with Boomcrash, I guess. As Boomcrash is going through the wealth and Mao is figuring out what to do with these cultists, we will have to figure out what happens next time on the Dorkvision stream, because we have finally gotten to the end of our arduous assault on the cultist spires, and it seems like there's still remnants of these figures still lingering about the place. And what's more, there's a whole bunch of treasure to go through. So, thank you everybody for watching. Oh, and what?
Oh, I was just gonna say, and a bunch of NPCs we gotta talk to.
Yeah, a bit of stuff we need to diffuse. Potential allies to be made?
Hey, Mao, next time when you see a mirror, flip it over gently. Hey, just ignore the problem.
I thought I was ignoring the problem. I didn't know they were gonna come through.
I'm just glad it didn't stick everybody stuck on that side.
Yeah. Alright, thanks everybody for watching. You can watch this stream every Sunday from 9 p.m. to midnight Eastern Standard Time. If you want to watch our Wednesday stream, that's from 7 to 10, again Eastern Standard Time. The Rime of the Frost Maiden is what's on Wednesdays. You can find my books on DriveThruRPG and on the DMs Guild, and you can support me on Patreon/NobleCrumpet. And with that out of the way, let's see you next time. Good night, everybody. Death to witches. Bye.
Just cultists.
Just
At the stake.
cultists at the stake.